Hey everyone, it's Captain Amazing. I'm here. I'm gonna be streaming my GAC today. I did want to go over the ending of what happened in my last GAC, just because I didn't have my full plan for what I was gonna do. So let's jump in here. All right. So last GAC I ended. I didn't attack the ships. I saw that he had a 4-star Leviathan and a 7-star Executor with a standard Bosk lineup. Uh, I decided I wasn't going to attack live because I just don't have a lot of experience with what I thought I would have to do to win, which I needed. I had to go with a finalizer counter for the executor, which I never really had to do. By the time my finalizer was 7 stars, I had a 7-star executor as well. So I always did the mirror match because I had a slower a Xanadu Blood and Razor Crest. So that was just my go-to counter for executor. Now that my executor is always on defense, usually I use the Chimera to go after executors. But I decided because my best bet I thought was if I can go finalizer for executor, worst case I can clean it up with something else, and then use the Chimera for the 4-star Leviathan. And with that Leviathan, since it's 4 stars and I don't have Scythe, I thought there's a pretty good chance I could at least get the alt off and maybe kill some of the sides. And that's what I did. So my first attack, I ended up killing, I killed the tank and I killed the Sith assassin. And then I went in and just cleaned up the rest with a Radis. And then the Radis didn't fully clean it off, and I just went in with Negotiator to finish the last ship, which was the Malgus ship. So that's what happened. My opponent, actually, I didn't even need ships to clear it because his ground defenses I one shot, and he actually he dropped a battle on my Gear 12 Iden. So I ended up beating him by like I think it was like 8 banners without without the ships, and that's what gave me the flexibility. Also, he went in and dropped his ship battles. He couldn't clear my Leviathan, and then I don't know what he used for here for my Executor, but he dropped it. So whether he went with the Chimera or he went with a Finalizer, he just didn't win. He got like 2 banners off that. So overall, I didn't need ships to win, but it was nice being able to get the full clear for that win. All right, so let's look at my opponent for today. It's a Sky LeBeau. Maybe that's how you say it. LeBeau. LeBeau. From Le Spatial Port Contre Atugu. That's my assumption of how to say that. I have no idea. It's French, so I'm assuming this guy's a French Canadian or just from France. So he has a 9.5 million GP, 5.4 on ground, 4 million in ships. Let's see what he has. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GLs, Radis, Revens, Gas, Jedi Knight Luke, Grievous, CLS, all the things, Star Killer, Marjade, Treya. All right, a lot of the things, not all the things, but a lot of them. A lot more things than I have. So let's see how this goes. All right, let's look at his speeds. I'm sure he's gonna have a speed advantage just with how old his account is. 358 on Radis. That's fantastic. All right, yeah. So a fast. It's interesting that Radis and Dash Rendar are his fastest characters. Huh. I'm gonna have to watch out for that. 349's blazing fast. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent mods on these guys. So we'll have to see. Yeah, he's good mods. Good mods. 316. Pretty slow on that one. Um, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. All right, let's look at his ships. He has all the things for ships. So he has the Executor, Profundity, Leviathan, usable Marauder. That could still do work, even though it's like low gear, but it's That actually can be pretty deadly. So, all right. Um, I'll say I have. If I win this, I have no right to because this guy has just the superior account to me. So let's see what he did with his defense and what we'll have. We'll have to go. So excellent account. Like I said before, I was 6-0. Now I'm 7-0 in this season in Aurodium 1. So now I'm 3,232 skill rating. Um, that's pretty high. I'm if I win these next two matches, which I don't think I will, I would be in Kyber 2. So right now it's like Kyber 3-ish level. Um, so we'll see how it goes, but it's I'm definitely heading for Kyber next season, but let's see where I end up, whether it's Kyber 3 or Kyber 2, because any of them are an option on the table right now. All right, so let's see what he has. So I see at least two GLs down here. All right, so we see Sith Emperor, Sith Eternal Emperor. We got Ray. All right, Star Killer, a Grievous. All right, interesting. All right, all right. The top wall is not crazy. That Radis is crazy fast, but I think I have something for it. We'll see how we do with these. But this is a great account, a great account. Um, so let's jump in here. We'll see how we go. Um, first, what do I want to do first? Let's see what this one is. This Datacron. He has a Datacron on here. Oh, offense stacking. Yeah, whatever. All right, with this one, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? So I could. This is what I could do. I could try to save my SLKR, but I don't think I need to. I'll probably just SLKR that Sith Eternal Emperor. Kill that Star Killer with I don't know something. I'm not too worried about it right now. Ray, I'm probably gonna Star Killer. All right. Do I even? I don't even think I outspeed this. All right. Cool. I guess I'll start off with the Ray. See how that goes. Oh, those aren't good mods on. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Alrighty then. Let me actually in the meantime let's get some music going. It's playing in the background. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, so we're going to go with Star Killer here. Lately, I've been having not great luck with Star Killer. I've been winning, but it's been crazy close. So my Palpatine has died both times, and I just kind of like barely pulled it in. I think I may have to change my modding on my Palpatine, because right now he has a potency cross, and so I may just have to go with just a protection cross, just to give him a little more survivability. He doesn't really need this potency because Mara Jade will do tenacity down on everyone, and that'll give him all the potency he needs to just land his debuffs. So I don't know. We'll see how it keeps going, but it's been real dicey when I use them. So this is the Kron I'll use. It has riposte, good defense, some health, some protection, some crit damage, and then buffs on basic. So it's a solid Kron, and lately it's been this has been going pretty well. So let's see how it goes. I'll say this with when I'm going against these accounts, I really don't have. Excuse me. If I drop these battles, depending on how it goes, I don't have alternatives. So I'm pretty much have to be very selective on how I do this offense, because if I lose a battle, then I'm pretty much done. So let's and that's just where I'm at in the game. My roster depth just doesn't can barely handle what my enemy's throwing on defense. So I just have to do my best. All right. We'll go ahead with that one. Throw out that. Okay, some basics. Take off that inspiration. Just put her in damage immunity. All right. Then I'll go over here on Ben. Start working on him. Take off all these buffs. Go ahead and go. All right, got damage immunity. All right. Take off her inspiration. Cool. Do I just want to stun him? Number one stunner. All right, let's go. Boom. There's real no reason to jack up or get more turn meter right now. Anyone have inspiration? No. It's damage immunity. I guess I'll just basic over here. Just some debuffs. Cool. Oh. Alright, see what I mean? Let's see if I can just take this dude out. Alright. Yeah, see? Like, it works. It works. I don't know why it's working. But it's been super jank. Like, I had no right winning that one. But my Mara Jade just, she just does it. I don't know. Super jank. Super jank. But, it's been working. It's been working. All right. Star Killer. Let's see what we can do here. I think I want to go Star Killer then Sith Eternal. Because my Star Killer fight, it's just I'm going with Rebels. I can lose that one. I think the win rate is like 60% for CLS Han Chewie. So it's definitely losable. So I'll go with that. And then that way, if I have to, I'm going with some sides on Sith Eternal, take out the sides, and then Wampa Sith Eternal. That's also an option. It's not a great option. I also have a Savage. Savage can, even with all this stuff, he ramps pretty well. But I don't think he could ramp fast enough to kill these three. I don't know. It's options, all options. Let's just go with our plan right now. We'll go with Rebels and see how that goes. I hate doing this. I really do. Just because it's for me it's expensive. Hey Rebel RX. Hey, it's going pretty well. I just started. So the only thing you've missed is I did so far I did a Star Killer on Rey. It won. I lost Palpatine, but I got the clear. This opponent has a lot more GP than me, so I'm definitely punching up on this one because he has 2.5 more GP than me about. So I'm just trying to work through this, but I think I have somewhat of a plan on what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna go with Rebels. And like I said, for me this is expensive just because it's two teams. But I unless I mirror, which I already used my my Star Killer, I just don't have a lot of options for Star Killer. I do have a decent cron here for him. A lot of survivability, some crit damage, buffs on basic, and yeah, ability blocks. So this will help me keep Mara Jade pretty much controlled until I can kill her. Hey Rebel. Yeah, 2 years. That's how long I've been playing. 2.5 years or something. And I'm at like 7.5 GP. 7.5. But I did buy the Ray bundles. I bought Star Killer and I bought the Rebels one. I already had SLKR. After, if you're still hanging around, once I'm done with this, if you want, I can review your account. Um, but let's jump in here. How are your ships, Rebels? Are you do you focus on those, or do you have good ships? Oh, she's thick. Stop! Don't. No. Okay. Yeah. See that Kron is doing some work here. Doing some work. Stop that. Don't do that. All right. Let's just basic here. What do I want to do here? He doesn't have much turn meter. I'll just do this. See if I can get some banners back. Yeah, this is in the bag. Don't ship hard enough. Yeah, so you'll see my account. I'll show you in a second. That was a solid win right there. But ships is how I win. I'll show you how I win. Because I'll show you my defenses real quick. I have straight garbage. Look at this garbage. Absolute garbage on defense. Actually, I won on the ground in my life because I'm 7-0 this season, and my this Iden team right here, this G12 Iden team, has been getting some crazy holds. So last match it got 1 hold, and I full cleared their defense without dropping a battle. So I won before we even got to ships. But another one, the last season, our last 3v3 the week prior, my last match, my Iden got 4 holds and they had to use SLKR on her. So that's like a huge win. I don't know. People underestimate it, and that's what I go for here. I just go for teams that people can underestimate. And then I'll show you my back. I don't care. There's no one's gonna be looking at me to be like, seeing what I have. But it's all garbage teams. But it's just enough that like maybe they'll try to and I'll tell you where the 2 ones where I always get a sneaky hold is it's this Rex team. Someone will try to like solo it with some garbage and they'll lose. Yeah, no problem, Rebel. Thanks for stopping by. Um, but yeah, but these ships, this is what wins me. They just can't clear my Leviathan and Executor. So, but thanks for stopping by, Rebel. I do post on YouTube the links down in the description. So if you want to catch the rest of this, you're more than welcome to stop there. But thanks for stopping in, and I'm just going to continue this. And while you're around, feel free to ask me questions or chat until you leave. But thanks for chatting. All right, so I'm gonna go for the Sith Eternal. Yeah, thanks, Rebel. For the Sith Eternal, I don't think I could just probably go with the SLKR solo. He's strong enough that he's just gonna power through this. He has a good defense, some crit damage, and buffs on basic on this. Thanks, Rebel. You too. Good luck on your matches. So I think I'm gonna be able to have no issues with this one. And I don't think I need to save SLKR. If he changed his defenses when I scoped, I did scout him in his back wall, and I don't think he'll have a sneaky GL in there. If he does, I just lose, that's fine. But I need a way to reliably get through this, and I could try to 2-shot it, but I'm just going to go for the 1-shot right now and just hope that his back wall isn't anything crazy. All right, so let's go. So he should place tank tech on. Yep, him. Cool. I'll just stun him. SLKR is the #1 stunner. All right, swippity swipe. Cool. Oh, Watt survived. All right, just basic here. Boom. I would like to get to Watt before he takes another turn, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. All right, cool. Not a big deal. Sith Eternal just doesn't have the juice to get through SLKR, even with whatever tech he got. SLKR just ramps too well. Sorry, man. You need Darth Bane. You need Darth Bane. You just can't handle that solo SLKR. Yep. Easy win. Easy win. All right, I'll just Wampa this. I could Wampa or Savage. I think Savage has some more flexibility. I'm not sure what's on his back wall yet. But with Savage, I have a good crown with him. He can go with Treya. So I would rather keep Savage and just Wampa this. I do think Wampa's a little more reliable too. But Savage, well, that's only if there's a tank. And I have a Datacron right now that ramps Savage's offense. So that wouldn't be an issue. But I am going to go with Wampa here. And that should go well. Crit damage and protection. Yeah, that should be fine. Or maybe do something with... Oh, I don't need survivability with this. Wampa's just gonna eat straight through this. This isn't gonna be an issue. I'll just ramp a little, kill B2, then finish off B1. And that'll be that. Ramp. So this is like a super straightforward fight here. There's not much going on with it. You just ramp a little. It's a little harder. 5v5 maybe, I don't know, but sometimes I have issues if they have in 5v5 they have like a Droidica. Sometimes it's hard to get at least with Savage because for whatever reason Droidica is like pretty evasive. And then he just seems to always miss that one window where he can hit Droidica. So, but this is going super well. No issues here so far. Cool. Just womp. Wompity womp. Womp. All right, 59 banners, excellent. Better than I was hoping by one. All right, let's see what's on this back wall. All right, for this person having such an extensive account, they have a real crap back wall. I think they're saving way too much. For me, I have like a really back wall, a really weak back wall, but this is unnecessarily weak for him. He's almost at 10 million. So it's unfortunate for him. I'm going to be able to clear this. I'm going to go straight for the top wall because that's a... Hey, Aston. Good afternoon. How's it going? So it's good. I'm actually in Japan, so it's morning for me. Yeah, so it's 9 a.m. for me. So it's going well. How are you doing? How's your GAX been going this season? All right. So nothing too crazy. So for this, I think I could just go maybe... It's really fast, but I think I can go bounty hunters here. Do I want to go bounty hunters? Yeah, I can. Alright, so let's get a scoundrel one. Okay, nice. Yeah, I did serve because I'm in the U.S. military. I served with the Royal Air Force in Afghanistan. So really cool people. I really liked it. I was attached to them for a few months, and then because I work in air control, and then they ended up attaching with me. So yeah, really enjoyed working with my UK counterparts with them. You're winning on your accounts. Nice. So you have multiple accounts. 2% health or grant a bunt and a 3% health protection. I'll go with the crit one. Let's see how this goes. I haven't actually used this before, but the theory is sound, right? I just have to I don't have a great 3 accounts. Oh, that's a lot, man. Yep. Yep, AoE. Okay, cool. Um, all right, you're the weakest, so let's do that. It's just basic, basic. Let's get you going. Let's get that alt juicing. All right, boom. Easy day. Yeah, I don't have to worry about her reviving because Radis is just ceviche right now. He's just dust. All right, so this went super well. I might be able to get more banners, but it's not really a big deal. So you lost your 7 million account? All right, so for this one, my best bet. Actually, they have some garbanzo bean stuff here. I have Ray for this. So I'll just Ray this. And that'll turn off the that'll turn off that. Really silly, right? So I go with this and then I'm not really gonna use C3PO anywhere else. I don't even think I need a Datacron, to be honest. But I'll still use this one. So my GAC's been going really well, actually. I'll give you a little synopsis of what's happening right now. So my opponent is 10 million GP. I'm 7.5. They out GL me by 3. They have 5 GLs to my 2. But they put a really weak defense. They could have gotten really strong, but it looks like they take it off for offense. So I went through their Star Killer, their Ray, their C, and GG. I looked at their back wall. It's really weak. And now I'm just clearing their top wall. I don't need to save a whole lot here, so for this I'm going to use Ray just because there's no real like threat here for me anymore. I just have to see what fleets they put on because they have all 3 big fleets, and then we'll see how that's gonna go. So but thanks for tuning in, Ashton. I do appreciate it. I'm a very new streamer. I just started. I actually just graduated college, so now I have I have now a lot of free time because I like work in the military, but I used to spend all my free time on college, and now I just have all this free time, and that's why I really got big into this game. It's just because I didn't have the time to play other games, and I love Star Wars, of course. So now, actually, I'm gonna go with this. She has some heals that can give me another whirlwind pretty easy. Uh, but yeah, but thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, and the support. I do love this. It's pretty fun. Yeah, that's what I like about because I'm here. Let's give you so I'm in Japan, so I don't have, those regular hours that they would in the US. And most of the streamers I've seen for this game have been US streamers. I think the gerbil is in like China. But I thought, hey, there might be a good amount of people in like maybe Europe, Australia, Asia, where there's no one really like playing for those times. So I thought, oh, maybe I could stream for here. So that's what I've been doing. But this fight's super easy. There's nothing going on. Like, he doesn't have his Omicron. Yeah, yeah. That's a safe assumption, actually. Yeah, sure. Let's take out Anakin. Yeah, I am American though, so that's a super safe assumption. You know, I just happen to live in Asia. So what's your highest GP account right now if you if you lost your seven. I couldn't even imagine losing this account and then and then rolling. I guess rolling 3 accounts helps with that, but I couldn't even imagine doing that. That must be rough. Actually, this back wall has more threats than. So this is pretty easy. I could just probably use Savage here, actually. Or Troopers? Okay, so you're able to just get them like GP'd up pretty quickly on Horde accounts. Those are a ancient idea of bygone eras, you know? Like those Horde accounts back when it was Grand Arena Championship and it was GP based. But it's good that you have them. So what happened to your 7 million account? Didn't want it to die out. When I didn't want it to die out. Did you delete it? Like actually like tell the game to delete your account? So I am what we call spoiled for choice. So I have tons of choices here. I just don't know what I want to do yet. Yeah, I totally respect that. Okay, so you gave it to someone else. Yeah, I wouldn't want it back, because especially if he put like money in it too and everything. So I totally get that. I can respect that. Respect. But it's good that you're coming back. I think this game is probably in the best place it's been since it's ever been out. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, 2 years of progress and putting money, I wouldn't take that back. That would be even like it wouldn't even be yours because the last 2 years, like progress has really accelerated, and a lot of that is probably half of the progress is now what he did compared to the 7 million that it had. So yeah, that's unfortunate though. How are you liking it though? You're having fun with your new accounts? All right, so I'm a Vader this. A lot of options, a lot of options. Probably Imperial Troopers that, maybe. And Imperial Troopers a lot of this. Oh, nice, nice. Wow, that's awesome. At least you're, because once you get those, did you buy the bundles on SLKR Array for any of your accounts or the Rebel one? Any of the Lightspeed bundles? Did you buy those? Sorry, I'm just thinking about what I want to do here. I have tons of options. Too many options. So I'll probably split Malgus. You know what? I'll just Malgus this bounty hunter team. So I'll Malgus here. I use a weaker form of Malgus, so use Sith. Boom, I'll use you. You. Yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking about just making it like a free-to-play account, just to because I'm pretty good with giving advice for like mid-game, maybe even late game-ish, but I don't have that new game experience. So I've been thinking about making a new, just like fresh account to play that free-to-play experience. But it's such a like a grindy, horrible experience. But I do think I should retouch my roots. I just don't want to farm all my ships again. Like after you farm all those ships, you're just like, I don't want to farm them again. It's like 6 months each one. And there's like 60 some ships in the game. Okay. Alright, so your main account has the Ray bundles. Did you get the SOKR bundles on that one too? Mando 1, I only got the Mando 2 accounts. Yeah, the Lightspeed bundles are just crazy. I don't I do spend on my account. But I personally because I didn't buy the SOKR ones just because I had SOKR already. Yeah, let's dunk on boss. Let's just go straight for him. Alright. As always. Boom. Yep, do your thing. Cool. His attacks are always really weird. I imagine him just like gyrating, you know, like you know, so awkward. Some really awkward attacks. Like I always imagine him like he's on a platform and the platform's just like going like this when he's just the way he attacks. Yeah, you gotta. I know that those are such ingenious packs for spending money. They're really ingenious. They're just like the value is too much, and you're just like, oh, yeah. Because I do buy I buy the Pass Plus for Conquest, which is $30, just because it allows me to farm Datacrons, and also get the 6 box with ease. And really, I'm just paying to get that 6 box without having to worry about it. And I do think being able to like switch data disks and all these other things makes Conquest a little funner. So it turns something that's like really a grind into something that's, you know, kind of fun. So I don't really mind it. Um yeah, here, let's go with so many options, so many options. All right. See what I'm just going to try to decide what I want to do here. So that there's so many things I can use to take out all these. All right. I'll probably use Treya on Mon Mothma maybe. Yeah, Treya on Mon Mothma. I use Darth Vader on Night Sisters. I use Luke on Geos. And that gives me, yeah. Oh, so cool. I can just like dunk on this dude. Dunk on him. I don't need Sith Empire, so I'll use Sith Empire here. Yeah, a lot of players just don't care about PvP, believe it or not. So they're just like slumming it down in the lower levels. Did he actually play or did he not play? Yeah. So for your accounts, are you doing the prestigious quests? Because they actually have some G12 pieces and some good pieces there just for doing some quests. Even the Thrawn one was pretty easy, and it gave me a bunch of Zeta materials, just because I never really like did it before. Yeah, so all these matches right now, I'm just like rolling through. They're really like mindless, just because he plays such a weak defense. That I'm just like rolling through these defenses. So I'm not, I don't have much dialogue here other than, you know, like press buttons just because it's such an easy defense. All right. So with JML actually you can use this team watch, which I know you're, you know, like you're 2.5 million, you don't have a lot to go on and it takes a while to build. But you can use this team right here at these levels, and that can clear JML or at least the sides, and then you can go in with something to clean them up pretty easily. But when you're low, you know, lowish, then it's just really hard to find a way to clear them. All right, I don't think I need more, but I'm just gonna put more because, you know, why not? Why not? Okay. Huh. Yeah, I have too much stuff here. Too many things. All the things. Yeah, I can use them there. Why not? I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to, I'll tell you how this is going to go. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to put weapon tech on Vader. I'm going to put the weapon tech on Vader. He's going to merciless massacre. He's going to, I'm going to crush on zombie. And then I'm going to murder the two sisters, probably with basics. Maybe I'll lightsaber throw if I'm feeling fancy, and then zombie dies. So it's not even a thing. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're open to suggestions. I would say this, like farm ships, like you really want to like accelerate because as you can see, I have two GLs, which they are the two GLs that everyone has because there was lightspeed bundles. Yeah, I'll lightsaber throw here. Um, guess I was feeling fancy here. Boom, kill you. There you go. Easy day. I didn't need set, but why not? Just give Vader some speed. All right, let's see. Geos, I'll go with Jedi. But ships. As you can see, like I'm running through these dudes. How Imperial Troopers is this? Nah. I'll go Jedi. Jedi. Hold yeah, sure. But ships is like the key. With ships, you can pretty much because pretty much when all these players who've been playing for 5, 6, 7 years, they have a lot of the stuff. They have all the things or most of the things, and you have not a lot of the things. So your account can get where I'm at pretty easily, just because I have SOK on Ray. What I have that most people don't is I have a 7-star executor, which people have executors too. And I have a 7-star Leviathan, and that Leviathan is what's pushing me into Kyber, because people just can't clear it. They can't. So I can go literally everything on offense. I still put executor on defense too. I go with the triple attacker so that it can't be beat by or not reliably beat by finalizer, and then I'm able to like push up. So far it's been going super well. And then the random stuff that I acquire, because I focus on assault battles too, because the assault battles are pretty important for developing an account to make it to just get that income that you get from assault battles. So yeah, sure, let's do this one. Yeah, so see, this is easy day. All this stuff, like I thought this guy would put like a actual defense down, but he didn't. He just put like straight garbage. I don't know. A little disappointed when I saw 10 million GP. I thought I met my match. Our battle was supposed to be glorious, but he robbed me. And now I'm just pushing through this stuff. All right. So for this one, I'm going to do something which is going to be a little weird, because you're going to be thinking like, Captain Amazing, why would you do this? Why would you do this garbanzo beans? But I need no, I'm not going to do this. I need to revive someone is what I need. I'll do it here. I'll do Night Sisters here. So hopefully they can kill someone, and then I can revive them, and then that'll finish off my quest. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, you're not unfortunate with I don't know why they did this, but Leviathan has 2 conquest characters, and it just like really limits what you can do with it. So come on, kill someone. I don't know if that counts as a revive with night or zombie, but I need a revive for my quest so I can get 5 Zetas. But I think this team's too weak even to like legitimately kill someone. So, oh, there you go. Maybe that's a revive? Maybe? Yeah, but if you have Executor and Profundity, honestly, I advise people like, hey, go. Um, by the time you have your GLs that you built up, you'll have you'll have Executor, and then by the next big GL that gets announced, go for that one. Like, go for that GL, and then you won't need Leviathan. Because if you get one GL for... Oh no. Oh, come on, let me... Yeah, revive. I did it! I did it! I mission success. I know it's silly, but up here I don't get a chance to use like these garbage teams. Yeah, I'll look at your account. If you want, I could do it right now too. If you I don't mind taking a break. Let's look at these ships. Okay, yeah. All right, I have somewhat of a plan for this. We'll see how it goes. All right, yeah. If you can post your main account details, I'll look at it. Yeah, yeah, sure. I don't mind. Oh, I'll do these battles because it'll be really quick, and then just post your ally code, and then after these battles, we'll look it up. But this is super easy right here. So this will take me like 2 seconds to go through the so okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Yeah, we'll tech wedge. I'm not gonna isolate anyone because I want him to attack out of turns. Dunk on you. At this point, I'm just going to isolate him so I can quickly just kill him. Yep, there you go. So, no, I'm not going to do the negotiator counter. I don't have a strong marauder. Here, I'll go with the Imperial Troopers on this one. So, I'll show you what I have. And I'll show you what I did last time. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think it may go down to like efficiency. So we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I wasn't planning on winning these. I thought I was gonna go 0-3. So anything I win at this point is just gonna be because at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna go to Kyber. If I win these, I will go to Kyber too, and I'm just gonna get like murdered back down to wherever. Because I'm definitely not ready for Kyber 2. Like, maybe if I face opponents who don't have ships, you know, maybe I can like do something. Because this guy should be in like Kyber 2, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll show you that quest I was gonna. Yeah. So see, prestigious quest. I got 5 Zetas and some ship ability Omegas just from those prestigious quests. So if you're not doing them, you should definitely do them. Just because it's free stuff. You just play GAC and then you get, you know, free stuff. But at first I'm gonna go with the finalizer on his executor, and then I'm just gonna throw everything I have into this Leviathan. But I went with the Chimera first. So if I'm lucky, I can get maybe one alt, take out his bomber or something, and then from there, I can just clean it up. So we'll see how it goes. But my my Marauder is just, it's too weak. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Finalizer. I'm not like super great with it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of practice with this matchup. So I'll do my best, but I don't know how it's going to go. Yeah, sure. Worst case, you know, I'll just use the Chimera on this, and then I'll lose the Leviathan battle. Not a big deal. And then it'll just go up to efficiency because I don't think he's gonna clear my Leviathan either. All right, so stop his turn meter. What do I want to do here? Guess I'll just try to stun you. Nope. Okay, let's pump some turn meter here. Yeah, let's do this. All right, ability block you. Big hit. Boom. Pump that turn meter. Kill you. Just basic you. Missed. Swing and a miss. I'll go with this because I need to get to that just go buff immunity. So ability block you. Basic. Pump some turn meter. Just kill you. Basic. So the first round of okay. Just we have time. Let's put some buff immunity on you. Dodge. Ability block. Oh no. Who cares? He did his job. He did his job. This is basic you. Alright. Boom. See, it's pretty reliable. I don't know why people keep putting that like Bosk on the lineup because it finalizer just goes through it. It's pretty easy to remember the counter too. Pretty much you have to wait for them for the Razor Crest to take its turn because if you try to control the Razor or the Houndstooth before Razor Crest takes his turn, he'll call in the Houndstooth to assist, and then he'll clear whatever you try to do on it. So that's the secret to this, is you just wait for the Razor Crest to take its turn, and then you can lock down the Houndstooth, and then you just keep it locked down from there and as you burn down everything else. So it's like super intuitive once you just realize that, hey, that's it. You just stop his turn meter, lock him down after you the Razor Crest takes his turn. All right, let's see. So with this, I don't have Scythe, and that stops the full, like, because if I had Scythe, this would be like, this wouldn't even be a thing. It would be 0 issues here. So I'll take this. I'm not going to get more reinforcements than 2 just because of the ult, but with the bomber, it does allow me some burning on him. Last time I was able to take out the Sith bomber, but I don't know. This is super jank, you know, like, but it's all I have. I do have some other, because I have the Radis, I have Home One, and then I have Negotiator to follow up with it. So if I can take out at least the bomber or something here, I could probably just like throw everything against the wall and maybe just like, because the Leviathan is great, but once the bomber goes, it's just like, it's just open. It's open for business. You can just go in and just start, you know, just taking it to town. So let's see how it goes. But if I get this, hey, this is the icing on the cake. If I don't clear it, then I don't. It's not the end of the world. All right, yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, cool. Mm, yeah, guess I'll just take off their buffs. Cool. All right, that's an early reinforcement. All right, cool. Let's go with TIE Defender. So see here, normally you would stun it, boom, and then you could cleanse it with the scythe right now, but I don't have the scythe. Oh no! Stay off. No, don't kill my bomber, bro. Okay, deflected. Ooh. Whew. Does that have healing immunity on it? Suspend healing immunity. Oh man. This is dangerous. Yeah, I think I've lost this one. Not a big deal. It happens. Yeah. Let's see if I can like survive until I can get my ult, and then I'll... Come on, dodge. Dodge, give me those dodges. Alright. It's not enough. Dodge. What? Oh yeah, you can't dodge that. He's healing. Stop that, bro. Stop healing. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Big hit. Oh no. Yes. Woo! Woo! Oh! Oh man. Oh. See, and now it's cleanupable. Now it's cleanupable. Man, this is... See what I'm saying? This thing's so jank. So jank. So jank. Alright, I don't know. Just go here. Yeah, see? Now I lost. Oh, man. This was... Woo! This was so rough. So rough. See, but now, usually the bomber goes a little better. That maybe next time I'm not all basic when with my defender comes out instead of stunning the bomber, because I can't cleanse anyway. So maybe that'll be the move. But my bomber just went down, and because it didn't have foresight, and I do need to. It's my defender's only G12, so it being gear 12 is not great. So if it had relics, maybe it could have dodged a little more, and it could make it more reliable. But I'm working on Jabba. I'm working on some other stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, let's see what we can clear here. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. If I'm lucky, I'll get the alt off. If not, whatever. At this point, I'm just gonna. I think I have it. I have Negotiator. I have Malevolence. Radis is not bad for this. I'm hoping I'll just take out you first. Yeah, sure. Bruh. So I'm not like a Radis master. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Turn meter. Tenacity up. Yeah, sure, why not? Yep. Just give me that alt. Alright, cool. It's a crap ship, so not a big deal. No, it hit the one I wanted to hit. And if this dies without like doing anything, I don't care. I'm just seeing if I could take out like one ship, you know? Yeah, I'll take off all your buffs. Come on, Plo. Oh, so close. So close. Looks like this may not be the move. Can I take out you? Come on. Man. What a tease. Okay. I'll keep it just because he's pretty low health. I'll just forfeit this one. Alright, let's go with... Do you know who's good for this? I'll go Negotiator. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Take out you. No, I don't. I'll go with the ship. I don't want them to isolate my Anakin. Or do I want to go with the Malevolence first? Maybe Malevolence. Malevolence is super good at just like doing work. Yeah. So I think they'll be able to go through some of these things because they're with those droids. Let's go. Yeah, it's pretty like just yeah, the mass form, yeah. Not a big deal. Yeah, I still think I should go for the easier ones, and then that way I can cut off what I can. It's going pretty well. Kill him just in case. Let's go for you. If I can get... Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I just got to go through like 2 of these lives. All right, yeah. Get some buzzies on there. This should be pretty quick work. Yep, went through 1 life already. All right, cool. Yeah, sure. The funny thing is, when he takes control of my ship, he's gonna be able to generate. He's gonna be able to generate his own vulture droids. It's the best. It's the best ship to get like controlled if you have the Leviathan. Yeah, so he's gonna be able to generate some backup with my own ship, the Betrayal, the Malevolence. How could you, GG? Watch, see, he's able to generate his own little droids. So that may ruin this cleanup, but it's not a big deal. I'll be able to stop it, bro. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to push through this one, but I'll negotiate or mass swarm and kill his little dude. Not a problem. Not a problem. See, that's the good thing about having just so many fleets. I'm able to like work through it because essentially now he has to full clear me. So Um, if he doesn't full clear me, then, you know, I won. I'm pretty sure I have this one won just with this. Like, I don't think he's going to go through my Leviathan. It's a lot harder to burn through a 7-star Leviathan than it is like a 6. So, yeah, let's go here. Yeah, I'll take you out. Yeah. No, well, it wouldn't stun his ship. It would stun all my guys. I don't know if you can use the alt. Yeah, sure. Basic. Basic. I'll use this. Spell them buffs. Hey, no foreskin, dude. How's it going? Oh. There you go. Full clear. Full clear! I want to show you the difference of these freaking accounts. Because this is, I don't know how I keep doing this. Woo! Yeah, I'll show you my account and his account real quick. Turn down my sound. Alright, so this dude, this guy, 9.5 million, 5 GLs, a lot of the things. He has Profundity Executor, Leviathan, Malevolence Negotiator, all the stuff. So, but with my, I took everything on defense. The only thing I don't take all on, or I put everything on offense. The only thing I don't is my ships. So I go with mainly a ship's defense. So I have the Executor and Leviathan. So he's gonna have to clear this. Like, this is, if he can clear my ships, then maybe he'll win. But he's gonna have to beat me on efficiency. Because I did full clear everything with one try, except for his Leviathan. I had a 4-shot just because, you know, like, I'm just throwing, you know, I'm just throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks. So, you know, not bad. But I did the same thing last round. Yeah, these accounts I'm going up against are just like ridiculous. So same thing, like my ships held last time. So, and I was able to clear the same thing where they had Executor and Leviathan. And it's a low star Leviathan as well. This one was a little easier, only took 3 fleets instead of 4. But same thing, Finalizer on the Executor, and then Chimera to soften up the Leviathan, and then I go in and just clear it off with whatever I have with Malevolence and Negotiator and Radis to finish it off. I also have the home one because I don't have Profundity, so, and that's a really good fleet too. So I had no doubt in my mind that I was gonna once that Chimera I got his alt off, I knew I was that was it. I was gonna be able to full clear. All right, but that was my Grand Arena. Let's see how next when I post from my 3rd round, I'll say how I did. And what my enemy did. But let's look at your account, Ashton. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, this was fun. I do like streaming these things. Hey Salazar, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. But that was a great GAC. That was a really great GAC. I'm super happy with what happened there. But if you guys want, I could show you my account too. But I'm facing these, like, yeah, I'll do that real quick. Just a little synopsis of like what I'm working with. But essentially, I only have like 2 GLs: Ray, SLKR, the Revens, Jedi Knight Luke, Malgus, Darkkiller. That's my main. I do have decent bounty hunters and Wampa, Savage. I'm gonna tear into your mods, dude. I'm gonna tear into them. You can't just like get a roster review and just not look at mods. So you're gonna get the business. I'm sorry, man. You asked for it, you get the business. Because mods are, yeah, I get it. Yeah, Fennec's great. I just got her up and working, so she's my Lord Vader counter. So Oh, she's super great. I'm really happy that I have her because I'm working on Java. But my ships I have yeah, I have Executor, Leviathan. That's my main ones. Chimera, Negotiator, Malevolence, Finalizer, Helm 1. Those are all fully fleshed out, same as the Radis. So they're usable, but they're not, they're just not, they're not, GL level ships. But I'm able to hold my own. I put a really strong defense. And as you guys can see, I'm able to clear their really strong defenses as well. So, it just for me it boils down to ships. I went full ship. I prioritized ships. I farmed all my ships. You got to go heavy into ships. I'm farming my last four ships. You just have to you have to farm your ships. Like that's just how it goes. Ships are where it's at. All right, 696, 238, 745. But I just want to say thanks, guys, for tuning in. This has been like super fun for me. This is my second live stream, so I hope to do this weekly. All right, so Ashton, squeeze me your main to the foam for the guild. Nice, you got Rex up and running because you said you were farming Leia. That's a super solid team, right? Like you can do a lot of work with that Rex team. Leia's gonna be as soon as I finish Jabba JML, which would I think in 2-3 months I should have them both, and I'm going to be working on Leia in the meantime, and that shouldn't take me long either because I have all the shards, so like 2 months, so I'll be right there with you. But excellent pathway. Did you get all those bonus drops as well? Did that help you decide to go for Leia, or did you just like refresh your mods for these shards? Yeah, so I see you're pretty much there for Leia. 877777. You're missing. Yeah, you don't have 3PO and Chewie yet. At 7. Yeah, those bonus drops, they've been very, very generous with double drops and bonus drops for Leia. Because normally I don't go straight for the newest content, but with just how generous they were with Leia, um, I can't not farm her just because they like pretty much drop it on your lap. So that's why in Jabba JML Leia, they all feed into each other really well. So I went Jabba so I can start getting those mod currency from Smuggler's Run 2. And then JML just because he's right there. Yeah. Okay, so this is a horde account. That makes sense. I did see you bought the bundles for, yeah, because no one's going to Rose 5 Tico. Not on their own volition without going straight for Ray. So I see you bought the bundles here. I think you mentioned that earlier. Let's look at these ships. All the bundle ships, which isn't bad. If you want to, I would say like, hey, like this account is prime for that finalizer. Oh, okay. Here, let me reset this. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, that's the first that's happened with that. So give me 1 second as I refresh this. Sorry. So I'm playing on I'm playing on an iPad just because with BlueStacks with Grand Arena, it's really unreliable, and it would just rock me to my core if I lost a battle just because BlueStacks dropped. So that would just like really upset me. So that's why I use an iPad, just because if you use a native iPad or iPhone or Android phone or something, then it's not going to be an issue. And then normally isn't an issue. This is the first time that it's frozen, but yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, I'll have to jump back into your account here. Thanks for letting me know that it froze. That way I wasn't just jamming on senseless without you guys following through. Yeah, tickets tomorrow. Awesome. So you're like right there. So I thought the from what I saw, 2PO and 3PO, or yeah, 2PO was your last thing you needed. So yeah, good on you, man. That Leia is gonna, even though you're at like a 2.8 million, you'll probably be like 2.9 by the time you get Leia. She's gonna carry you all the way through. You could probably push up easily into Aurodium, dropping that on your front their front wall. Yeah, yeah, front bottom wall, and just block out that one. And that would be a super solid defense. So let's look at your speed. We gotta check out these mods. I gotta check it out. But well, here, let's finish what I was saying first. I see. So if you want to, man, really ignored the endurance and executrix. You have to. You have to. You have to start farming executrix because you're missing out on zetas. You're not getting the zeta income that you need to get those 6 zetas, free zetas every week. You have more than enough ships. So if I was you, I would start unlocking. Just unlock it. I'm pretty sure you just like play the events and you level up executrix to like 5 stars. So just unlock it and then start getting those Zeta materials because you're just leaving free money on the ground. Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool. I was a little worried there. I was like, man, you're not. But you should still. You should. You don't have to like. You should still do the events. Just get them up. That's free GP. Because if you can inflate to 4 million GP, you'll start access with proving grounds. And with Leia, you're going to be able to beat all those fights. So yeah, just get your just get yeah, those ship Omega abilities are huge too. You're going to want those. Those are still a bottleneck for me with my ships. So you need to get those ship ability ship Omegas. But I would say just do the events, do the events, put up the stars, because that's gonna give you that's gonna give you some more GP. And the faster you can get this account to 4 million, the faster you're gonna unlock hard conquest and proving grounds, and then you're gonna start earning all those conquest characters. And it's 20 each, so each month. So you want to do that as quick as possible. So you said you buy the bundles. I would recommend like, hey, buy that finalizer bundle right now. It looks like you already have the SLKR, the BB-8 bundle bought, so you don't have to buy that. You can work up Old Man Han yourself if you don't have him, but you need to get those ships up and running. So I would recommend, if you're willing to drop another, like $20, get that bundle, and that's going to put you in a great place for executor. So you could go for finish Leia. We be working on unlocking SLKR, and then work towards executor so you can start earning that fleet income. So that would be a great path for you too, because the finalizer pretty much takes you really close to the to that. Yeah, yeah. So that's great. That's good that you're planning on getting that, because it's a steal. What it does for your bounty hunters alone is worth it. And I know you already have Bosk, but it does provide a lot more. So I would recommend you farming the other finalizer ship, or the other first order ships that aren't necessary. So there's two other, the Echelon, and then one of the Thai ones. I don't know exactly which one, but the one that doesn't come in the bundle, you should farm those, because you need them for the executor counter. As you saw today, having the finalizer in your back pocket is going to be really important. Because once you get that executor, you're going to throw that executor on defense. Everyone does. And then you have to go through their executor, because everyone has an executor. And you're going to have a reliable counter for executors. So if you farm the Thai Echelon and the other finalizer ships, then you're gonna have that reliable counter. And I don't have all 6 dot mods on my characters, and all my characters are where they are needed to unlock SLKR. So I didn't boost up their relic levels either, and it reliably um, counters the executor. So I would highly advise, hey, just do it. You know, get it. Start working on those ships too. It doesn't. It's only a few normal energy every day. It takes some time, but it's worth the effort. In the end, you know, 6 months down the line, when you're like in Aurodium, possibly pushing up into Kyber, it's either gonna make or break you on how well you're doing on ships. Because as you saw, like your opponents are going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 GLs. You can't compete with that smartly. But there's only so many fleets in the game, and you can't compete with that smartly if you do it. All right, let's jump into these mods. These Garbanzo bean mods. All right, so Rex is super. Wow, these are fantastic mods. Like right off the bat, plus 156 with all health mods. That's fan freaking tastic, dude. These are like GL level mods. So Rex has incredible survivability, and you have him survivable and speed. That's pretty good for this. So no complaints. Some offense, yeah, health, yeah, excellent mods, dude. Excellent. Oh, 28. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. I only have like 2 of these on my accounts. So excellent one. Yeah, speeder bike. Yeah, no problem. You haven't seen your other characters. Yeah. Just throw like garbage mods on your speeder bike ones. You don't have to like move your mods all the time. Just, you know, just get ones that have like +5 speed or something on them. Because the speeder bike raid's like super generous, and at your GP, I imagine your guild isn't requiring like, because my account's not like super great, and I get 4.8 million participation in the raids. All right, Chopper, you're second fastest, an unusual second, 294. These mods are extremely generous for Chopper, this little murder bot. But I get it. It's your strongest team, so you got to put your strongest mods on there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So this dude's just gonna. Yeah, that's good. Man, you have a lot of health mods. You go real heavy with the health mods. Sooner or later, these accounts, are you farming speed mods right now? Like pretty much just speed mods? Because if you're not, I would recommend just farming some speed mods, because as you start building that speed mod depth, you're going to start ripping these other health mods and giving them to other characters, and then putting 4 speed and 2 health on your characters so that you can get even more speed. And then that way you can kind of like spread the love with your health, because you only need 2 of these for a set. So I'd recommend, you know, if you aren't, just go straight for speed mods like right now. Just go all in on them. Farm as many as you can, because your health mods are very good. But yeah, here's where I start seeing the chinks in your in your mod armor right away. But yeah, just start farming all speed mods. You'll still get health mods. The game gives you plenty of them in the smugglers run. Oh, you're missing a mod. Yeah, I think you said you're like stealing them or something. But I think you could, if you start farming, I wouldn't even be farming slicing sets right now. I would just be farming as many mods as you can in your account. Just farm as many mods. Don't worry about the slicing materials. You get slicing materials passively through like, I think TW, also galactic challenges. So you'll get those speed mods pretty much passively, especially once you start unlocking Leia, and you can start reliably getting at least that 8 box. You're going to be getting those slicing mods. So just go all in. Make sure you're doing some refreshes. I know you're probably hurting on crystals. Maybe one refresh a day on mods, on just getting more, because if you build up more mod depth, nice. That sucks. You know, sometimes it just be that way. You know, sometimes. But 28 mod, you can't get mad at a 28 mod speed. You know, because it could have just never hit speed again, and then it would have been, you know, a 25 or whatever it was. So You can't get mad at that. Yeah, of course you would have wanted to be the one in a billion or whatever it is that gets the 30, but you know. But I can see like these mods are yeah, your mods jump drop off a steep cliff. But what I was saying is if you just mod a lot of mods that have that potential to be worked on later, then you just put them on your account. Any mods that don't have speed secondaries, you just sell them. But even if they're gray mods with 5 speed, then hey, that's gonna do a lot of work for you. Hey, thanks for following Salazar. So I would recommend that. Like, just get those mods, start building the income, put them on all your characters, and then when you're ready to start working on them, they're there. You have them. Even gray mods, +5, +4 speed mods, you can save them. Put them on a character, get them to level 15, and then once you start getting those, you start having that additional mod depth and the currency and the slicing materials and the crystal income to start refreshing your mod energy, then you can start working on all those old mods that you have that just have potential, and then hit them with one slice. If they hit green and they don't hit speed, hey, whatever, they're there, just giving you some more GP. But that's when you start building more mods, and then you just continue working on them from there. I'm sure you remember, because you may be 2.8, but you've had a count before, so you know what you're doing. Oh, oh. What you doing, baby? What you doing? I'm sure he has a mod set, right? Please tell me this. Your CLS has a mod set somewhere in the universe. This mod set exists, right? there's a there's a mod set in this world somewhere for this man. Um, yeah, but I see you're kind of working on your CLS. It's good. The so that finalizer bundle I think is going to give you some pretty good. I would even maybe I would consider, and you may not think it's worth it, but I'll tell you this. For your account, if you buy that finalizer bundle, you're gonna want that BAM bundle, because you not because well, for one, you're gonna want to farm executor sooner or later, but that's like whatever. It doesn't take that long to farm the shards because they're accelerated, but you're usually not gonna have the bandwidth to take up your bounty hunters, for Grief and Mando up to R5. And if you buy that pack, Grief and Mando are core. Grief, Mando, Bosk, Fennec, they're pretty much core bounty hunters, and that's your team. And then later on, it's going to lead into your Lord Vader counter once you farm Jabba, and you get Fennec to R7. But if you get that BAM bundle, I don't know if you're planning on it, but it's not as great as the other ones. But I'm telling you, they do a lot of work for your account. And they're going to be a core, yeah, excellent, because they're going to be a core for your bounty hunters. And it's not about getting Beskar Mando, because getting Beskar Mando is easy, but getting those characters, because all those characters are great, you just never have the bandwidth to build them. So, and I had all those characters at like gear 8, gear 9 just from unlocking BAM, but I wanted them, and my bounty hunters were like screaming, because I could like clean up a Lord Vader. So if it was just a Lord Vader, I can clean him up with my bounty hunters, because my grief was only like gear 9 or 10. But now that they're all gear 5, I have a super reliable Lord Vader counter. I also have BAM at R3, and that's fine enough. But if you get that bundle, you're going to be able to unlock Chewie right away. So I wouldn't even worry about like going straight for Chewie. And then you're going to need, also, poor Dog Trooper. You're also going to need your Ewoks, so that you can get, because your farm Chupio, you have Chewbacca. You're pretty much there for a CLS. That CLS team is going to do a lot of work for you, especially in Conquest. Because I have Rey, I have SLKR, I have Malgus, I have all these things. But my best Conquest character team right now is CLS. If I need to reliably counter any 3-star node, CLS is able to do it. The key is you have to have at least one offense ramping data disk, like any data disk that ramps offense, then you're going to be able to clear everything. Because if you just go with the Amplify Agony and voluntary, or not voluntary, the one that puts dots on there, then it's going to clear everything except for Paplu or Crew. So you'll sit there and you'll just be stuck behind them forever and then you'll time out. But if you put one data disk that ramps offense, CLS can clear every single game node in Conquest. It's a core team in Conquest, and you're gonna need C3PO for that. Plus, it's a great team in GAC. It's a universally good team in every single game mode. So you're gonna want it, and you already have investment into CLS. So you need to start building your Ewoks. Yeah, because I can tell you what, you already have Nisa, Chief Chirpa, and Wicket. Honestly, I swear to God, if you try it right now, you probably will beat it. I swear, even with this gear. Maybe if you just like get there, if you just get it up to like gear 8 for Ewok Elder and Paplu, then you're guaranteed. I did it with my garbage Ewoks with a gear 8 Princess Nisa, and she walks through it. So just get your Ewok Elder to like gear 8 and your Paplu to gear 8 or 7 or whatever the minimum is so that they're purple and they can take a hit or something. And I promise you, this you'll be able to refresh it a few times and you'll get it. You're already there. You have the stars. You already have the hardest ones. You don't need Log Ray. You have Relic 7. I did a gear 8. I have garbage mods, a gear 12 Ewok Elder, gear 8 Princess Nisa, and the rest are like gear 8 and 9. And I was able to beat it with the worst mods in the world. And if you have trouble, just throw those fast speed mods on your characters, and then just call Nisa to assist, and she's just gonna whip through the whole team. It's not even gonna be a thing. You could probably do it right now if you wanted to. It's gonna be super easy for you, but you need to get that C3PO up and running, because that's gonna finalize your CLS team. All right. You need, once you start working on Executor, you do need that. You do need this unique Zeta. If you don't get it, you're not going to be able to clear it. So the only Zeta you're going to need is on General Hux. If you don't get it, you're just not getting it SLKR. So put that one Zeta on Hux whenever you have the bandwidth to put a Zeta and you start going for SLKR. Because if you try to farm tickets without it, you're not going to get through the first two events. It's necessary for that. So start working on that. And then here, I'll throw an idea out here. You can take it, you can leave it. But this is my philosophy on farming. I always go for one big farm and then another farm that finishes an assault battle. So you're going to finish Leia. She can do rebels. That's an assault battle. CLS can easily, once you get C3P up and running, you're going to be able to you're going to be able to get an assault battle. Once you get SLKR, and SLKR, as long as you put the Zeta on Kylo Ren's unique Scarred, you don't need to put the leader Zeta on this. Don't waste it. You don't need it. It's a luxury. You'll never need it. You could use it for Malgus, but I think Leia could probably beat Malgus, so you won't even need it. The Malgus Proving Ground, but you will need Scarred just for that assault battle, because pretty much it's going to be just SLKR and crew, and that's all you need to do CT3 for that assault battle. But Imperial Troopers, Imperial Troopers are a solid team for you to get 2 assault battles. So the second that you feel like you want to take a break from doing GLs, because you could easily do like Leia, SLKR, Rey, into JML, into Jabba, and then you're just going to be pounding away because your account with the Lightspeed bundles and already having Leia is already primed for that. So you have a lot of goals that you can go, but I would encourage you to just start side farming. General Veers, you can do Colonel Stark or Gideon, and Dark Trooper with Range Trooper, and get those up and running. Because if you just get Piet to R8, or I'm sorry, R9, or no, R8, sorry, R8 for Executor, and then you get Dark Trooper to R5, you're going to get that team, and the rest just G12, whichever one you choose. So I go Gear 12 Veers, Gear 12 Stark, and Gear 12 Range Trooper, R8 Piet, R5 Dark Trooper, and that's 2 assault battles for you right there at CT3. So you need to start getting assault battles because you need those injector pieces. Yeah, they have Zetas. They have what do you call it? Kairos in there, but you need to start getting those injector pieces as well so that you never have to farm them. You can also get them in Conquest. I buy them out of Conquest. You can get 15 each Conquest cycle. So once you buy those 15 from the Conquest cycles and you start getting the ones from all the assault battles, you'll never have to farm them again, and it just turns into a passive farm. And then that'll save your energy for shards and Kairos, light side Kairos. And you're gonna need that light side Cairo node for bronzium wiring because it all feeds into these farms. So if you can make something passive, you need to make it passive because sooner or later you're going to hit that bottleneck that you just can't out purchase, which is bronzium wiring. You just it's an impossible bottleneck. So you have to go all in on getting those assault battles so you start earning passive injector pieces so you don't have to farm them. Yeah, so I'm telling you, you could do tier 7 with where you are. So yeah, uh, you just need to get it. You need to get CT3. I would also farm. I think you said you had enough things to unlock Iden. Yeah. So item, Iden. I'll show you a good Imperial Trooper team. So Veers Trooper. You just go General Veers. Oh, here I'll show you here. Sorry, I'll go out of your account for a second. But I'll show you how I have my troopers kind of separated. So the top one, I usually take out Colonel Stark and put in just a low gear Gideon on the bottom. So I usually go Veers with Gideon, that bottom one, and then the middle one, I yeah, that's what I go with. So I'll usually take out Stormtrooper and put in Colonel Stark for that Iden Versio team. And I'm telling you, it gets me holds. It gets me holds. Like this is my people underestimate Iden Versio because she always goes first, except if she's going against CLS because Han always shoots first. But other than Han, she gets a bonus turn. So she's gonna go first. And then if someone tries to solo because they're like, oh, a Gear 8 Iden, I can send in a OG Kylo or I can send in a R7 Darth Vader. Well, she goes in, she goes first, she stuns, she gets a mass assist. They just start rolling and then they die. And then they get a hold. And then they'll try to throw in some other garbage. And then the same thing happens. And then they have to like overcommit to kill her. So, or they just throw a Wampa at it, which is still a win for a low gear Iden. So this is the teams I would advise you to go with. So Iden Troopers, you can't put any droids or another trooper who has a lead. So don't go with Veers, don't go with Piet, don't go with Dark Trooper. So other than those, they're all free game for Iden Versio. Some people throw Range Trooper, but that's like a horrible idea. Range Trooper belongs with Veers. His assist like can make Dark Trooper punch 3 times. And it just like burns everything. So you need Range Trooper with Veers. But in threes, just because you can see my gear levels right here, I go Iden Versio, Colonel Stark, Range Trooper, and it gets me holds. And I have like minimal investment into the rest of the item troopers. They're also all these troopers are in the speeder bike raid, so getting a little bit of investment on them isn't a bad thing. But that Dark Trooper, don't ignore that Dark Trooper. Dark Trooper, Veers with Dark Trooper, I use them in threes to take out Treya teams, which pretty much requires like a GL if you don't have a counter for it, with Treya with Omicron. And then also it takes out like Bounty Hunters, it takes out Jedi, it takes out Darth Revan with Malik. So it takes out a lot of great stuff. And it has 2 assault battles. So as a side farm, I highly encourage you to like get your whenever you finish a GL, if you are looking just to like generate more income into your account, get into Imperial Troopers up and running. R9. So there's only four R9s I recommend in the game. Um, so you can honestly, if you want to, you can R9 Leia. She's a tank, and that's going to do a lot of work for you. So if you want to, five. But I would say you can R9 your Leia. That's a super a good bet. She's a tank. She's going to do a lot of work for you. She's going to clear everything on offense. You need her to survive on defense. So if you R9 Leia, ain't no one going to get upset about that. So that's a solid R9. R8 Drogon, you don't need to, honestly, right now. He's probably fine at R7. The rest are fine where they are, R7 at most. Um, but you need to start working on like broadening your account. Leia like brought your account super high, and she's going to keep your account super high. But you don't need to invest. No, you don't need to invest R9 into Piet. Back when it was like Piet was the top dog, and but there's still counters for Piet even at R9, and no one's mirror matching executors. They're just gonna off meta it. It's not gonna do anything. If someone just R6s their Hux, then they can outspeed that R9 Piet and still counter the executive. So it's not a good investment anymore. Yeah, if you're like super into ships and you just like R9 everything, yeah, sure, but you're not there, and I'm not there, and unless you're at the top echelons of the game, we're all not there. So I wouldn't R9 up yet. It's not going to do anything for you. He does everything you need at R8. Just 6 dot mod him, and then give him all the what do you call it, Zetas, every 6 dot mods, and he'll be fine. He'll do everything that you need him to do. Just make him fast. So I have mine at 343. And here's the secret with troopers too. It's not really a secret, but you only need your fastest. You take your fastest trooper and you times it by zero point 0.8. So you need your second fastest trooper to be 80% speed of your second fastest. And then you need your third trooper to be 80% speed of that second fastest. So if you do the calculations, and if you're like 333, you times that by zero point 0.8, then it's like 260 something, and then you times that by zero point 0.8, and then it's probably like 208 or something, and then that's how you do your speeds for troopers. Because when you do CT3, your Piet gets turn meter every time your enemy troops are getting attacked. Gideon is faster. You can make him fast. You should still make Piet fast, but if it's up to you. My Gideon is not fast. He's 256, and that's just because he's gear 9, so he's missing a lot of speed that he would naturally get. So if he was like gear 12 or gear 13, I would invest a lot more with him, but I don't need him to be my fastest. 340 something on Piet is fast enough for me. Yeah, 343. So he acts at 363 with General Veer's special, and that's faster than I've ever needed him to be. So, but it's up to you. You can do, because at the higher echelons of the game, sooner or later Gideon goes with Padme, and then you just use Colonel Stark instead. And that works fine, because Gideon with Veer's troopers is kind of like overkill sometimes. Yeah, it's up to you. Both at the same speed is fast, but you're kind of it. Sometimes you can peel that Gideon away, so it's okay to have both of them fast. So, it's because it depends on where you're going to be with your Razor Crest. Because I don't know where you are with your Razor Crest. So my recommendation would be Leia into SLKR, and then as you're passively, save all that fleet currency for Razor Crest and buy them out of the fleet store. And then once you're ready for Executor, or you think you're like 2 months from Executor for your Razor Crest shards, then start going and start relicking up all those that you need for Executor. But until you have all the shards that you need, then you're best just working on the things that you can unlock right now, which are SOKR and Ray. And the good thing about SOKR and Ray is all you have to do is you get up the so it's going to be a while for your Razor Crest, a few more months, maybe 4 months for that. But same thing for SOKR and Ray too, if you're not putting because a lot of the things that you're going to be waiting on is going to be passive. So you could actually, if you wanted to, you could get R7 on the requirements for SOKR. You can get R7 on the requirements for Ray. And then you can start working on the Razor Crest or the Executor relics and get all them to where they need to be. And then you're going to be passively earning the Radis and the Finalizer shards just 20 a month from them, and then you're going to be passively buying those Razor Crest shards from your fleet shop. So make sure you're saving your fleet currency, at least like 2 or 3K of that, just in case a Razor Crest shard is in there, and also to get whatever else you need, General Grievous. So you should be saving that fleet currency right now, just for those, like for those Razor Crest shards, for General Grievous shards, for things that you can't get. And I always advocate to like, hey, buy all your ships out of there first before you start buying Zetas. But it's up to you. But the good thing is like you're at the point where a lot of this is going to start being passive for you. So get those relics where they need to be. Save your Zetas. Put the Zetas on just what you need to unlock. Because if you put one Zeta on Zori Bliss, and even if it's like low gear, then that's all you need for Ray. I had a C3PO. You'll probably have C3PO up at relics at that point, and that will help you in the first two if you want. So you can go because you have a R8 R2D2, so you can go with the droid one if you don't want to use Zori too. If you want to save a Zeta on that one, I use the droid one for Ray, and that's perfectly fine to unlock. But pretty much get to where you need to be for Ray and SLKR relic wise. Start earning those the ship shards passively, and then start working on Executor, because you can like kind of layer these farms because there's a lot of different resources in the game, and you just have to like start layering them so that you can start unlocking them. Yeah, see, I knew you could do it. You had what you needed. So get that C3PO up and running. For C3PO, you don't need both Zetas. You just need one. So yeah, whatever one. Just wait for me. You don't need to do that one. That one's a luxury. So don't apply that one. Just work on whatever else you need. But get that C3 up and running. It's gonna greatly improve your CLS team because he puts exposes, confuse out there, allows for more assists, and CLS is all about that assist. So I would recommend you get C3PO up and running right now. But also you need to make sure that your gear and your relics are ready for once you unlock Leia, you can get her straight to R7 and the 6 Zetas. So, you got to prioritize where you can. If you have extra gear, throw it on C3PO. If you need to save that gear for Leia, then save it for Leia. But I wouldn't prioritize C3PO over a Leia right now, since you're like on the cusp of greatness. You got to capitalize on that Leia farm because that's going to like take your account to the next level. C3PO is going to do a lot of good things for you. Yeah, I'll review your account. So Salazar, drop your code down in here. Yeah, I also have a I have my YouTube linked in my description. So if you guys want to subscribe there, I do. If you miss my live streams, just because I'm in Japan, I do post all my GACs, and I do. If you message me, I do roster reviews on that too. So you're more than welcome to subscribe over there. But I'll also review your account right now. So Ashton, that's my recommendation. Thanks for letting me look at your account. I hope you learned something or had some ideas on what to do. But if you have any more questions, again, you can find me actually on Reddit. Also, I should probably link that in my description. But also, you can message me on YouTube, and I'll respond there too. So if you have any more questions, just let me know. But I'm always happy to help people build their account, because kind of where you are is like my specialty of like how to get from early mid game into late game is kind of where I kind of like specialize in. All right, Salazar. Oh, you got that Ray bundle. All right, so could you tell me a little about your account, Salazar? Are you a spender? Did you buy? What packs did you buy? Did you buy the Lightspeed bundles? And what are you working on right now? A little dolphin. We all have a little dolphin in our hearts. Yeah, I would say I'm probably the same way. Executor, excellent, excellent. So you bought all the packs. You worked on Executor. All right. What are you working on right now? Hey, thanks for subscribing, Rafael Delgado. I appreciate you joining the stream and watching. If you're interested in a roster review, I'll review your account after Salazar's too. If you're interested in that kind of content. So, did you buy the resistant or the first order ones and the finalizer one? Okay, yeah, you did. So are you gonna buy? Are you gonna spend crystals to get the the 5 star right away? Okay. Do you have the Zetas saved up for SOKR? Do you have like at least 3 or 4 Zetas? Okay, 3 Zetas. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say if you don't have the Zetas saved up, it would probably be better for you to not go straight for SOKR and like kind of slow roll the finalizer. But 3 Zetas, it's pretty usable, I think. So you're good to like unlock it. Actually, I put out a video yesterday on that. But the TLDR, I think there's some safe farms right now. So if you go everything I told you to do, I've recommended that in lights of what future Lightspeed bundles are. So I would say Jabba into JML into Leia into Executor and Profundity and Leviathan. All those are very safe farms. Or any of the newer Inquisitors, also a super safe farm. But I think in light of these bundles, like if you weren't really close for like JML, SOKR, Ray, or JML, I wouldn't recommend going for those if you're a free to play and you're just gonna go straight for them. But if you aren't free to play, I would say, and you have the bundles, then for you, I like Jabba, JML. Those are like the farms you need, and also getting the payout for Ray and SOKR. So I would say your next GLs should be Ray, SOKR, Jabba, and JML. Those are your 4 next GLs that you should go because that's where your payout of what you spent the bundle should be, and those are all safe farms. So as long as you buy those new bundles that come out, all those are safe. All those are going to get you where you need to be. And then I would say whenever the new GL ship comes for next year, for 2024, the light side equivalent of Leviathan, you need to start farming those. Go heavy into whatever they do to give you shards for those ships, because usually they do the chases. So go heavily into those and fully invest in that ship, and that'll get you your fleet placement for the next, I don't know, year or two for Arena, and it's really gonna help your GAC. And then you could probably ignore Leviathan there for a while until you passively earn those shards through Proving Grounds for Malgus and his ship. So that would be my recommendation for how to like build an account right now with Lightspeed bundles, because the future Lightspeed bundles I like foresee my as like a nobody that knows nothing. I would say they're gonna go for gas. They're gonna go for C3PO. They're gonna go for what do you call it? Padme, C, possibly finishing off JML. So those are the next Lightspeed bundles I foresee in the next year or so. And I don't see them going for like Afra or Grand Inquisitor or JMK or Lord Vader or anything that's been out within the last year or two. So that would be my recommendation of like what safe farms you're looking for. All right, let's look at your speeds. All right, so Moff Gideon, fastest non-GL, 340. That's good. He can be faster, but I think he's fine where he is now. So what I told you about before, 340, yeah, this is good. You want a fast Resistance Hero Finn, even if you have a low gear Zori, which I don't know what your Zori is. I'll take a second here and we'll talk about that. All right, but here's the thing about your speeds for your Imperial Troopers. Like, are you wasting speed right now with your account? Kind of, right? Because you only need either Piet or Gideon to be 80% of what you need to be Like that's all you need. You need one of those to be 80% of one of the other. So if you're ever at a point where you're like, I need more speed on another character, feel free to take from Moff Gideon's speed and get him to 80% of Piet's speed. Because you're essentially wasting the speed right now. I don't see anything in your count right now that's like screaming like I need speed, give me more speed. So you're fine where you are. But as you start working towards your other farms and you start getting more characters in here and you start needing as you're building, if you can't get enough speed mods, feel free to like take from Gideon and give to someone else until you have a use for Gideon outside of Veer's troopers, because I wouldn't touch Piet's speed. You can make them slower, but make them slower with 6-dot mods, and don't specifically make 6-dot mods that are just kind of okay for Piet so that you can steal his mods. That's a waste of mods. So continue to like build the best mods you can. But if you have weaker 6-dot mods on a character and then you want to switch them out for Piet's, then go ahead and do that. But I'll say this, like if you find yourself needing Gideon somewhere else, and you're being more flexible with him as kind of like a flex character, then have both of them fast is fine. Most people do. But I'm just saying, where you are in the game at 5 million GP, and then all right, Chromium 3, yeah. So Chromium 3, you're not going to be facing like, you're not going to get a lot of even matches. I think you're going to get a lot of like monster accounts that's either going to crush you or you're going to like, just knock out whatever you're going to knock out. So it's until you get into Aurodium, it's not going to be very consistent. And then once you get into Aurodium, you're going to consistently go against monster accounts. So you got to like plan your account around how are you going to beat someone who has 4, 5, or 6 GLs more than you. Because if you can do that, then you can climb up into Kyber and start earning those sweet, sweet Kyber crystals. But until you have an active strategy to get a way to climb up and face someone who has like 7, 6 more GLs than you, then you're going to stay in Aurodium or even lower. So the key, my recommendation is fleets. So if you go heavy into fleets, you're gonna be able to counter those GLs because they won't be able to clear your fleets. You'll take everything on offense, and then you can climb up into Kyber that way with just a few GLs. But you need to get, I think, from 5 million GP, you're either in a bad guild or you're robbing yourself of these get 2 ships. So what have you been doing with your get 2? Because a 6-star Malevolence at 5 million GP isn't where you should be. You should have at least Malevolence and Negotiator at this point. So I would say you need to stop. Okay, you should activate it. It's a good fleet. Let's see where your Galactic Rebel. It's a good fleet. Like my ship. Yeah, you have a Relic 5 Anakin, 7 stars. Activate the ship. Activate it. Get that Negotiator up and running. Negotiator is a beast. It's a beast. Even just get it like level 4 for the abilities and throw that bad boy on defense. Negotiator is a tough fleet to beat. Malevolence is great on offense, even on defense. It's a great ship. And Malevolence can punch up. But you need to get that Negotiator to 7 stars. Get it to 7 stars, please. You have 2 Relic pilots here. Start working. Yeah, I get it. We're all at 0 mats. But you gotta unlock it, dude. You gotta unlock it. You gotta work on it. Get that. Like, trust me, I've been on that struggle bus. That struggle bus for fleets, and you guys are seeing me where I am right now, and you're like, oh, Mr. 7.5 mil GP guy telling me how to unlock everything. But I was on that bus, I was on that bus with you. I just happened to be a little more forward. My bus took off, a year ago or something, but I was on that bus too, the same bus as you were. And I built a 5-star Negotiator. I built a 5-star Negotiator and a 5-star Malevolence. And those two are key, because sooner or later, I think the next in Chromium, you're probably like one fleet, right? One fleet. So you're going Malevolence and Executor, but you're at one GL and one GL ship. You're going to need both, because the second you go into Bronzium, you're going to have four ships. So you're going to have four ships. So you're going to have to build those two accounts, or those two ships, and they are fantastic ships. Your Anakin is actually better than my Anakin. I have a G12 Anakin just because I haven't like invested into him. I know, like, bad me, but you can get a super effective, but you need to start farming that Y-wing too. You need to get that Y-wing in here, because your Houndstooth is with your Executor, so you need to get that Y-wing in here. So start farming that Y-wing, okay? All right, are you farming start bookmark that Y-wing for me? Can you do that, Salazar? Can you bookmark that Y-wing and start farming those shards, because you need that Y-wing in here, all right? And it doesn't take any effort. Like pilotless ships, you should always farm your pilotless ships. All of them. They're all good. There's not a single pilotless ship here that is not good, okay? So the Rebel one's good. You probably don't have that one. But you have a usable fleet here. So get that Rebel Y-wing farm too whenever you start having the bandwidth, because that Rebel ship fleet can still be a super useful fleet for you on offense, especially if you're going to have to clean something up. You're going to want it there. It's going to pay dividends for you, okay? All right, so you got these pilot ships, so good job. But start working on the other ones, both the Y wings, okay? They don't require any characters, so all they require is the materials just for ships. So they're an easy farm. Sooner or later, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna start going through these, okay? So you are going to get them, but you need to you just need to start building these ships. Farm your ships. You need to farm at least minimum 2 ships a day. Minimum 2. I don't care if you have like 2 of the most garbage ships hard node farms left. You're gonna farm those 2. Like, that's it. You need those ships. Every single ship in the game needs to be farmed. They all have a use. They have very limited ships in this game. So you need every single one of those. You will, sooner or later, okay? There's no waste here. So farm every single one of your ships. So if there's a ship and you can farm it, farm it. And at minimum, you need to farm 2 hard nodes. I farm up to 6, believe it or not. I farmed up to 6 hard node farms for ships. And I felt like it held me back in the beginning a little. It slowed down some of my other farms. But right now, when I'm dominating and the graveyard of my opponents are all ships, like, it pays dividends. And if you want to play at the highest levels and be able to take everything on offense and clear your opponent, but also have a hold, you're going to need those ships, because no one else is investing in ships hard. And if you invest hard into ships, you'll win, even if you have the weaker account. So my opponent's account, he beats me on everything. The only thing I may beat him on is how I used it. He beat me on mods, he beat me on GLs, he beat me on ships. But I may beat him on offense. Why? Because the strategy. That's it. But if you can win on ships. Ships and strategy is all you need. If you have those 2 things, that's going to carry you all you need. So of course it's not going to be like an end all be all. You're going to clear all your opponents, but you need to work on your ships. You need to, like, don't ignore it. Don't, you pay the price. You pay the price to play this game, and that's farming your ships. You just keep hammering them out every day, and then one day you'll have all the ships, and you can, like, breathe a sigh of relief and maybe build an account and start building all the ships for that one again too. So, but until that moment, you need to keep farming them. Yeah. Okay, good. Just start farming. Well, it's not a droid ship. It's a Y-wing. It's just a pilotless ship. I guess droid. Yeah. I guess if you want to call it that, but you got to build them, man. You got to build them. Continue, like, I wouldn't say accelerate this farm. And the only abilities you need is the Lay Waste and the Extinguish Hope. You can keep these at, like, I keep it at least at 4. You never know when you need it. Whenever, if you have extra, that you can leave it at 1 is fine. So this one you'll want to max out. You'll want this maxed out, and you'll want this maxed out sooner or later. It's not like a priority, but once it starts getting closer to 7 stars and you're building that executor counter, you're gonna want it. Okay. But those 3 abilities just need to be maxed out. But I get it. You're like, you got to prioritize your stuff. All right, good. You maxed out all the executor abilities. That's solid. Don't waste any abilities on this. Oh, oh, oh. You wasted. Oh, what you doing, baby? What you doing? Why'd you invest so? Why'd you invest? What? You don't need it for the event. You just need like gear. You just like level 2 is all you needed. Level 2 is all you needed. You already overinvested. Stop investing anything. You're like, I'm struggling on ship ability abilities. I don't have the prestige. And then here you are just dumping all of them into Radis. You're like, I'm on the struggle bus. But you just threw all these away. You're not on the struggle bus. You threw yourself on that bus. Yeah, you left your car in the back and you're like, I don't want to drive that car. I don't need that negotiator. I need this Radis. Oh man. Woo. Yeah. For the event, just for the Radis event, if anyone else is watching, you don't need to invest into the Radis. You just unlock it. And it'll do the event for you, especially if you bought the bundle. You don't invest anything into the Radis. I think I went level 3 in all the abilities, and that's it. And that just to have it as a cleanup fleet, like I used it. Level 3 is fine, but please don't. Hey, you'll have it. It'll be a cleanup fleet, but don't invest any more into this. Yeah, see, this should be what your Radis looks like. This should be a Radis. Yeah, so this should be a Radis. So it's good. You don't need to invest super heavy into that. Sooner or later, your stuff. You don't have to invest any more in this. This is highly invested in. It could be a profundity counter in the future if you get so it won't go to waste once you take them up to relic. Later on in the game, this could be a profundity counter. So it's also a solid fleet, so nothing wrong with that. All these abilities should be maxed. Oh my god! What are you doing? How'd you invest so much into Radis and you didn't invest into Malevolence? Oh man. Ah, you're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But all these abilities should be maxed. All the abilities should be maxed on this because the Vulture droids are based off the Malevolence. So the Vulture droids that he creates, their stats are based off the Malevolence stats. It's fine keeping Grievous at gear 12. He'll be where you need to be until you work on JMK, or if you want to, you can bring up Grievous. He's an excellent character if you bring him out just to relics. But for the ship alone, gear 12 is fine. If you decide you want a Grievous, then you can relic him up, and he's a great. So if you ever had like gas or something, or they come out with a Padme bundle and they give you a bunch of droids and you want to maximize that and you want to relic up your Grievous, go ahead. But Grievous is fine where he is right now for the fleet. At gear 12, it's more than fine. Relics help. Relics will boost up the everything else. But this can, for me, I can use a gear 12, all abilities maxed, with pilotless ships. I think you invested more in Geos than I did, and I'm able to clear negotiators with Marauder and everything else. So it'll do what you need it to do. So just get those abilities maxed and stop wasting prestige. At this point, I'm looking at you, Salazar. Stop wasting your prestige. Stop it. What? Don't do that anymore. Stop wasting it. So, Malevolence, get it up. Negotiator, get it up, but stop wasting it. And I'll tell you this here, when I'll show you my negotiator so you don't waste prestige on some of the abilities there. But the negotiator basic, you could just like bring it up to 3 or 4 or something. You don't need to bring that one all the way to max. There's no reason. You don't need it. But you need the Valor like revive one. You need the mass assist. The mass assist is the best like ship fleet ability in the game. You need the alt. You need the unique. So get all that up. But for the negotiator, and even if you just take them all to 4 right now, that's fine. So if you want to hold up on your malevolence for a little, pump the brakes on that. Pump the prestige into your negotiator, get it to level 85, get the abilities to level 4 so it's usable, and then start working on whatever one you need at a time and build one and then the other. But negotiator, just take the basic to level 4 or something. That's all you need. And then finalizer, until it's 7 stars, you don't need to build it up anymore. When it's at 7 stars, you'll need it, but you're gonna need to build those, which I guarantee you probably don't have the ships for it. But I would farm these ships too for the first order. The first order fleet is important. You need that echelon. That echelon is the linchpin. Well, the linchpin is actually TIE Silencer, but the echelon is the shield, the shield for the team. And you need it to for the counter. Without it, you'll just die. You won't survive long enough to clear the executor. So you need to plan it out. Maybe start farming it now, because it takes some time to get the finalizer. But whenever you need to prioritize that echelon soon, so that you can win finalizer, because it's going to be faster than you think, because finalizer shards are 20 a month. It's not 10 because the event, and same thing for the Radis, it happens twice a month. So getting them both to 7 stars will be pretty quick. And I would say get them to 7 stars, because it's going to be that's going to be shard shop currency for you. Those once you get all these fleets to 7 stars, the first fleets, the finalizer, the Radis, the executor, all these fleets, they're going to give you shard shop currency every month. And it's good currency. So you're going to want that. It's going to help you with your building your relics. So, but farm your echelon. Don't ignore it. You need to do it. You need to get them in here. Like those pilotless ships. Get this ship up and running. Like farm this one too. Whenever again, like I'm telling you to farm them, you need to prioritize what you farm. But this ship needs to be farmed. You already invested in the Radis. This ship is good. It makes the fleet usable. You don't have to use. I usually bring all my ships up to the purple mats. I don't waste omegas only on the whatever I'm farming right now. I use the mega abilities, the fleet omega abilities, but you can use purple abilities, or at least like the blue and green ability, and get this leveled up. You don't have to do the reinforcement ability on her, but you need this ship up and running, because it's going to help with your Radis. The Radis is going to be a cleanup, or it's going to be a defensive ship, but it can get some surprising holds, because since you bought that bundle, the Ray ship, this ship, the Ray's Millennium Falcon, this ship can do some surprising damage with this one. So it just can one-shot some ships and then just decimate them and either steal a bunch of banners or even get a surprising hold. And same thing, Poe. Poe does some amazing damage even where you have him right now. So get this Star Fortress app. You can use it as a throwaway defense if you want to, but I would recommend you putting at least one of the mid-tier ones like Malevolence. I put Negotiator. Once you start having 2 fleets on defense, I put Negotiator and Executor on defense, just because if they have to go all in and try to clear my Malevolence or my Executor, I've actually had holds where they cleared my Executor because they threw everything at it and got through it, but they couldn't clear the Negotiator. So that would be my recommendation once you start going into 2 fleets, is go with Executor, go with Negotiator. Even Negotiator, or Malevolence again, Negotiator. Sometimes you lose. It's just this horrible fleet that has tons of survivability, and it's just this nasty fleet. So throw it on defense, have your opponent deal with it. It's going to do a lot of good work for you. So So that's my recommendation for your fleets. Farm your ships. Just keep farming them. I know it's a grind. It's a dull. It's an endless cycle of horrible grindiness. But you got to build your ships. If you don't, your opponent will, or one of your opponents will, and then you'll look at someone who has like much less GP than you, and you're like, I'm gonna stomp this guy into the ground, and then he's just gonna embarrass you because he farmed his ships and you didn't, and you're gonna lose, and it's not even gonna be close. So farm your ships. You don't want to be left hanging. All right. So yeah. So that's my recommendations. Let's look at your Inquisitors, or not your Inquisitors, your Imperial Troopers. Yeah, so solid. So I'm sure you do CT3 with all these. Like it does everything you need for it. Solid. I would say farm Defender, because you can unlock Chimera right now. You can farm Defender and get Item Versio to G12, and then if you can get once you start getting access to TIE Interceptor. So once you get access to TIE Interceptor, Defender gives you a super reliable Executor counter with the Chimera. And you don't have to like super level up Chimera, because the Defender is just going to feed a bunch of turn meter into your Chimera, and then you're just going to and then the Defender itself has like insane damage, and that's how you get through it. So I don't know if you saw my battle today, but my Iden Versio is only gear 12, and she was able to help me. She's like the key of why I was able to take out that Leviathan. And also it's like super reliable for Executor. But I'll say this, like if you have a low gear, you could even do it with this low gear of Iden Versio. The way you do it, if you don't want to invest into your Item Versio just because you don't have the bandwidth right now or the Kairos, is you throw in a burner ship. So you throw in a burner ship with just enough to survive. So let's see, like your Rebel. So you can throw in like Biggs and Wedge with your with your Mace ship, with your Endurance. So you throw in Endurance with Biggs and Wedge. I use Clone Sergeant too, but now that Biggs and Wedge are relic, I probably will just go with like Biggs and Wedge. And then they're going to use the mass assist. They're going to use all their specials. And then that way, when you go in with your Chimera, the Executor is just going to do a heal. And then everyone will use basic. And then you'll have enough time to just smash the fleet with Chimera. You'll do first turn, Defender, and then you'll blow up their other ships, and then boom, you ult their Houndstooth and you win. And it's that easy. So if you want to make it closer to 100% with a low gear Defender, even 5-star Defender with low gear, you can do that, but you have to send in that burner fleet first. And actually, you could even do it with the Malevolence too. With your Malevolence right now, you can send in Endurance, same thing with Biggs and Wedge, have them use their special, send in the Malevolence, and then that has a chance. It's not like as reliable as the Chimera, but that has a good chance of clearing out the Executor. So all you have to do is you make sure you have Buzzies on Houndstooth. When you reinforce with Iden, you just boom, you are reinforced with Spy, and then you mass assist that Houndstooth and he'll go down, and then the rest is just clean up from there. So you can do it with Malevolence. So before I had a working Chimera fleet, I would have my Executor on defense, and then I would two-shot their Executor, going Endurance with a burner, and then going Malevolence to clean it up. So it's possible. You'll have to practice it, and but what else are you going to do? It's an Executor on defense. You don't have to do it, but that can work for you. So as you build up your Malevolence, just know in your back pocket, give it a shot. Endurance, throw in those Rebel ships, let them die, or even you can throw in these crap, whatever, just 3. But the thing you have to make sure is like they're going to do 2 AoEs, right? So you can't throw in like this Gear 1, Level 1 Jedi Counselor and Gear 1, Level 1 Plo Koon, because they're going to die to the AoE. So you need things that can survive one real hit. So that's why I would say like Clone Sergeant was a good one. So I had like low gear before Biggs and Wedge with Clone Sergeant. but you can use whatever you want. You can mix and match. But the key is you just need them to use one special. That's it. Everyone uses one special, and then you burn those, and then you go in with another fleet and you take it to task, and that's how you can get through it. But if you don't do that, then it's really hard to deal with an executor. So even right now, if you go with an executor on defense, you have a shot of clearing it and winning. So that's just something to think about. Okay. But yeah, characters. So Imperial Troopers, solid. Like I said, you can invest to move those mods. I don't see a need to move them right now. Um, yeah. So yeah, just get your SLKR up and running. What's your plan after SLKR again? Executrix? Yeah. So you can do that too. But just that burner just makes it a lot more reliable. So you can do whatever you want, but that's what I did. Use whatever works for you, but that's what I did to win. So Leia, okay. How close are you to Leia? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. You got the shards because the hardest part with farming Leia, is just the shards, right? Like if you have the shards, that's the hardest part because it's not accelerated and it takes 6 months. But again, they were so generous with it that hey, okay, yeah. I'll say this. Yeah, you're in a good place. The Leia is a strong. Leia is a strong one for you. Are you gonna finish SLKR before you get Leia though? Okay, good. Inquisitors actually is a great idea. So with your account right now, if you had Inquisitors, you could easily get into, close to 500, 450 million GP um, guild. So it'll carry you. You can get into pretty much the guild that you want to get into with Inquisitors. So, it's up to you, but it's solid. It comes with a scythe, and with the scythe, with the tie interceptor, by the time you finish SLKR, you finish Leia, and then you finish your Inquisitors, you should have that tie interceptor up and running. Um, what's your plan? Do you have Malik at all? So I'll tell you this. So you're probably not able to farm. Are you stuck with the tie interceptor and the Malgus right now? Like, can you not clear them on improving grounds? Like you're not getting through those fights, right? With the tie interceptor. So yeah, I know you could beat a few, but the hardest ones are the Malgus one and the tie interceptor fight. So and I don't see anything in your account right now that can clear them. So since you're getting SLKR, you can beat those proving grounds. Um, okay, good. So with Malgus, if you get Malik, and then R3 on Thrawn, then you can actually beat because SOKR can beat every single proving ground. He can, but you need uh, Malik and you need Thrawn to do it. So if you can get Malik and Thrawn up and running, then you can start getting access to Malgus and the TIE Interceptor reliably. Yeah, so Malgus, that if you want to start farming Malgus shards and start earning them, it doesn't take a long time to get Malik up and running. So if you want to do a quick side farm of just getting Malik up and running, because it's a Gear 12 event, and you could even do it less. Like Sith Empire is an excellent, excellent, excellent team. So even Revan itself and also Jedi Knight Revan, those teams are great teams. Those teams both I use in hard proving grounds or hard conquest. I use them in. So I, yeah. So if you want to go Leia, maybe Leia can start getting Malgus ships for you, and you can go that. But if you wanted to accelerate your Malgus, then I would say that's the pathway for you. I don't know if they're gonna give like a anytime soon a Revan bundle, just because of the usually it's like you know, and it's a pretty low gear too to farm them. But the only thing they lead to right now is Leviathan and Malik. And those aren't really like Leviathan just came out, so I personally I don't see them putting out a an Old Republic or you know bundles for them or Sith Empire. But if you want to wait like 2 years or so for that bundle, if maybe it'll come out, that's up to you. But they're an excellent team. They're a quick farm. They're going to do a lot of work for you, and you need them for Malgus anyways. And Malik itself is really great for Conquest too. Malik is pretty transformative. You'd be surprised how strong he is. Even Malik itself and Gak can solo Padme teams. So sometimes I'll make like 3 Sith Empire teams. I'll have a Darth Revan lead, I'll have a Malgus lead, and then I'll use Malik for solo. And then that'll clear like a Padme team. Darth Revan can clear Traya teams, a lot of things, pretty much anything. A lot of non-Galactic Legend teams. Darth Revan can clear, and same as Malgus, even with just like a you know, some leftover Sith Empire Sith. He just like he literally dunks on him, you know. So it's just a great team. Yeah, so maybe just think about it. You don't have to, but if you ever want to start farming Malgus shards quickly and have access to everything in Proving Ground, Malik makes that SOKR fight for or Malik with inside all the Proving Ground fights makes SOKR a lot more reliable, and then you can do Malik. What is it? So crew lead with Malik and SOKR, Faust, and another tank, and then crew, yeah. So pretty much 4 tanks, and for the TIE interceptor, and with a crew lead for SOKR, or even just the standard Sith Empire or First Order team with a crew lead, you can do that TIE interceptor fight. But if you have Malik in it, it just makes it a lot more reliable because Malik can dispel taunt on Riva. So, and then that'll allow you to stun Grand Inquisitor, and after he's stunned, you just swipe. And the way it works is because crew lead gives you every time you crit, it gives you I think 20% alt or something, or turn meter, like 20% turn meter or something, and you just run a turn meter train on them with SOKR going into alt and then swiping, and then they die to dots. So, and then once it's Riva, you just like kill her one by one. Yeah, it's the one with lots of dots. So maybe Ray can do it. I don't know. I've never used Ray for it. Okay, yeah, cool. Then you don't have to worry about it. But the Malgus one, you do need. Oh, that's good that you can 1-star with Ray. But for the Malgus one, you need either a top tier team, so Sith C with Traya, or I think Leia could probably do it. So if you want to go with Leia and just start farming Malgus after you get Leia, then go for that too, because that'll probably work as well. But if you wanted it quicker, because I went straight for Leviathan, and my quickest way I could do that was just to get Malik and Thrawn, and then I was able to reliably beat it with that. So it's up to you, but just something to think about. But I can tell you Malik is great for Conquest too. He's a transformative character, and it's not a hard farm. It's like a really old farm. So, you know, take it, leave it. But great account. I would say you're prime for Leia. Honestly, if I was you, I would just put most of your energy into those ships, since you have all the shards for Leia. But you should be building shards for whatever your next farms is. So you can go Leia, Jabba, JML is a good path too. Yeah, that's a good plan. So I would say Leia, Jabba, JML is a good one. Hey Liam, how you doing? So Liam, if you're interested in a account review, I'll review your account if you post your ally code. But yeah, if you want to, I would say like Leia and to Jabba to JML is a super reliable farm for you, and it'll really help you out. So that's it. But you want Jabba because you want that mod income, like that sweet mod income that he can give. So with Smuggler's Run 2, yep, Smuggler's Run 2. So I would recommend Leia into Jabba, and then once you have Leia and Jabba, JML, and you bought the Rebel bundle, it's just one relic away from unlocking JML, and that's Mon Mothma. So you just finish off Mon Mothma, and then you have JML, and then boom, that's pretty much 5 GLs back to back to back, and it should take you like, I want to say like, I don't know how fast you relic stuff, but and how long it's going to take you to get JML, or I'm sorry, Leia, but maybe 8 or 9 months from where you are, and you should have those GLs. Maybe a year, because they just feed into each other so well. So that's a solid pathway. I would say keep doing that. So continue that Leia, SOKR into Leia, into Jabba, into JML. And then the second they announce the next GL ship, just go full on into it, full send, and then you'll be set because you only need one. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say go straight for JML because they may come out with a bundle, but if you get to the point where you're one relic away from getting them, unlock them because that's pretty much where I'll be. Once I have Jabba into Leia, or I'm going Jabba into JML because that's one relic for me, just Mon Mothma, and then I'm gonna get him. So, and he's truly transformative just for conquest. So that'll allow you to push into a higher tier box without having to buy the conquest pass or whatever if you don't want to. So he's gonna do a lot of work for your account. All right, thanks, Liam. So that's my review for you, Salazar. I hope you learned something. I hope I was able to help you with something. But I think there's a lot you can do. You can do for your account there. Great account though. Great account. I think you're doing all the right things. Just keep working on it. So how's your GAX been going, Liam? Yeah, thanks, Salazar. Don't stop. You're giving me some heart palpitations on that Redis. Oh! Yeah. So Liam, what's so oh nice account. So do you mind explaining this mini? Oh no, I think I heard it. It had something to do with never mind. I remember that. Okay. So you're in Kyber 2. It looks like you have all the things. 9.8 million, 5.6 in ships, for our into ground, 4.2 into ships. All right, let's look at this. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 GLs. No Lord Vader, no Rey. When are you going for? Did you buy the bundles for Rey, Liam? Oh, you do have Rey. My bad. What are you missing? Oh, Leia? Oh, no Leia. Okay. No Leia, no Lord Vader. Okay, looks like you're working on the alt for Rey. Okay, how close are you to the other two? Let's look at your Bad Batch. Okay, so you haven't started Lord Vader at all. That's totally fair. I look at that Lord Vader farm and I look at how much like Kairos and everything he needs, and I'm like, yeah, that's another day, you know. That's a Captain Amazing in the future problem, not a right now problem. All right, let's look at yeah, I totally understand. Lord Vader will be my last GL, and if I ever acquire all the new ones, he'll probably still be my last one. I'll probably get whatever, you know, the next 2 GLs that come out, I'll probably get before I get Lord Vader, just because, you know, the payout for the price just isn't there for me. He's good. He's not bad, but he's just countered so easily, you know, just with that Fennec. It's pretty sad. And then if you take him away from Maul, he's just not great. All right, let's look at your rebels. Have you been farming towards Leia? Yeah, I see Captain Rex. You might just have Captain Rex. Did you buy the Phoenix bundle? Or Drogon, you farmed all the shards. It looks like you're slowly working up on Leia. After you had just finished. Yeah, so you bought it. So hey, this is a super solid team. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was looking at this. Just it looks like you're going for Leia. Nice. Cool. Let's look at your speeds. See how I'm sure I'm just gonna be blasted away. Let's see this. What speeds do you have? 363. Blasted away by your speed. It's good. It's not it's honestly it's not the best I've ever seen. I just wanted to kick back on my chair. But solid mods, solid mods. Um, on Gideon. Are you using them with Padme for the Gidme team? 358, solid, solid speeds. For huge accounts like this, I like to play the 300 game. I'm gonna guess what's your last speed mod? Okay, Lobot, Chirpa, and Wicket. Yeah. Okay. Where's your 300 at? 300. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. How much depth do you have here? How much depth? They were super solid. So I'm gonna say farther down here. Not Basilishan, not CLS. Oh, definitely not Cara Dune. Okay. I want to say your 300 speed will probably be. This is a hard one. You have some. Your speeds are a little. Okay. Yeah, solid. Maybe Thrawn. I want to say your 300 is Thrawn. Let's see where he's at. 305. Pretty close. Pretty close. Let's see where I'm at. Maybe our eighth brother? 305. Oh, I lost. Okay, let's keep going down. Excellent mods. 304. Wow, super solid. Good depth. Good depth of mods. So very nicely done. I thought this would be a not really close. 299. Okay, Riva. So Hux? Hux is your 300? Yep, 300 Hux. I was thinking Hux too. I knew it definitely wasn't Cara Dune. That Cara Dune was a dead giveaway that, you know, your 300 is going to end somewhere soon. But nice account, good mods, good plan. You farm your ships right. Okay, solid. You didn't farm Radis until the bundles, I'm imagining, because Ray's garbage and the Radis was garbage, or not garbage, but she's pretty isolated, so I could understand, you know, Ray and Lord Vader being your last. Okay, yeah. I see your mod depth is pretty comfortable, but I figured just her being gear 12, she probably wouldn't be there. But I could see that your mod depth is very, well, not garbage. I mean, like I misspoke. I just wanted to say she's isolated, so that's why most people held her and Lord Vader to last. So that's why assuming that she was your last GL, because I just think the other ones are either easier to get, such as like Sith Eternal, Emperor, and feed into other ones, and then that's why you bought the bundles and saved Rey for last. But I do have Rey. I think she's great, but I think the priority order of getting GLs, she was low compared to all the others, like her and Lord Vader. So I could see why your account would have just now got Rey, not worked on Lord Vader, and you're working on Leia. So I'm sure Lord Vader, are you planning on working on that towards once you get Leia, or you have other plans? Or are you just thinking you'll go for whatever's new once the new stuff comes out? Okay. One good thing is if you do start working on Lord Vader, this Marauder ship, I'm sure you know, can do a lot of work for you. You know, it could be a reliable Leviathan counter, which you have the scythe, so you have that too. With Negotiator. Okay, yeah. Zori is really solid. Um, yeah, so now if I was making a free to play account, I probably would go with Ray before SLKR if I was aiming for a good like defensive GL first, because Zori does make that second team a lot better. Okay. Well, you know, you may want to, because if you could just even get these guys to low gear, this Marauder ship really adds to the fleet. So if you want to like put some effort into this Marauder ship, you know, that can make your negotiator fleet counter executors. It can counter Leviathans. It's not going to counter a profundity. It's just not. But I'm not sure. You have Do you normally put your GL ships on defense, or you just take them full send on offense? What's your plan on how you kind of work? Because you have both a good. I'm sure you're going against opponents who have more, because that's just the nature of GAC. Okay, yeah, next year. So like next week. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, Lord Vader. Even if you don't go for Lord Vader, the Bad Batch team is great. They give you some good utility. They beat that new Imperial Remnant team too, and that thing can be pretty beefy on defense. Yeah, so I personally put Leviathan on defense just because it requires a lot. Where you're at, I don't know. I would have to reevaluate my defenses. But with Leviathan, with RNG, you never know. So you can go with, they could have a bad counter, they can get some bad luck, and then, hey, your Leviathan holds, and then you don't have to worry about winning on efficiency. So, but having on offense is also a super good plan. How much did you invest in the Sith? Oh, you're taking it on offense even with because I imagine, do you use it usually to counter other Leviathans? Because you have low investment in your Sith fighter, which would make the mirror match a little harder, right? Because if you don't win the coin flip with the going first, and then their Sith fighter goes first, then that could really kind of like hurt you, right? On the mirror match. I do love how easy it is. Okay, cool. I do it all the time in Fleet Arena. I haven't lost a mirror match, but I just went R6 with my Sith fighter, or Sith assassin, just because like if someone doesn't invest into their Sith assassin, then it just gives me an easy way to win the mirror match. And for the Fleet Arena crystals, I thought it was worth it. But I could definitely understand if you aren't having issues with the mirror match, then hey, there's no reason to invest in it. Okay, so what do you use to counter profundities? If you see a profundity, then so if someone goes like profundity, Leviathan, Executor, what are your counters for that? I know Malevolence can reliably do it sometimes. If you put the TIE Bomber in there, and then you can go with Chimera for the Executor. So is that kind of what you're doing? Or are you doing like the Executrix, Chimera, Executrix for Profundity, Chimera for Executor, and then Leviathan for the Mirror? Because that's a super solid defense, and then you have Executor, Profundity, and then whatever else, maybe Negotiator on your backline defense. Is that what you're going with? Because yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, super solid. Solid, yeah, because you have to clear, but solid ships, dude. If I had any recommendation, it'd be like, hey, that Marauder brings that Negotiator to like that next level. Even if you just want a stronger Negotiator for defense, if you throw that Marauder in there, like it could maybe boost up your defense if you're using it on defense. But other than that, thanks for letting me view your account. Excellent account. You're doing all the things. You're doing all the things right. Interesting. So excellent account. So thanks for letting me look at it. Tarful. So yeah, you're investing in all the smart things. So are you not big into territory wars? Yeah, because I see not a lot of territory war Omicrons here. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of territory wars. I know some people, they're just like territory war is everything, and GAC is an afterthought. Personally, it's okay. Like I think with your account your size, you can perform well in territory anyways, territory wars, and not have to rely on those Omicrons. And I have more fun with GAC personally. I don't know why. Maybe because it's one on one, and it's I'm just like It's me just laying it all on the line, but that's the funner thing for me. So yeah. Yeah, great account. Thanks for letting me look at it. I do learn a lot from these too because where I'm at in the game. I don't know if you saw me earlier do my Grand Arena, but I'm pushing up into Aurodium. I'm going into Kyber next season. Um, yeah, yeah. So the reason I hate territory wars too is I live in Japan, so it starts and ends at like 3 in the morning for me. So when everyone's like, "Let's do this, let's push," right in the beginning, I'm sleeping, and then when everyone's like, "Let's do this, let's finish strong," I'm sleeping. So it's just like the worst time for me, and I can't control that, and it has to be like coordinated with others. So sometimes if we get stuck on a wall, by the time I log in and wake up, and I just have to like do what I can for that wall, and then I don't get to like really hit any of those back walls. So it kind of sucks for me just because of where I live. So that's another reason why I'm not big into territory wars. I still do what I can, but it's just living in Japan. It's really a horrible time for territory wars, like starting and ending. It's just got awful, and I'm not gonna not sleep because I still have a job and a life. So I still have to do what I need to do to live my life. So. But thanks for yeah, I'm excited to go into Kyber and because going from like Bronzium to Aurodium, I had to change my strategy. I think I'm gonna stick with the same strategy for Kyber, and I'm just gonna go with an all ships defense and take everything on offense and just hope for the best. So I'm just hoping for like a 50-50 split, and maybe I'll stay in like Kyber 3 or 4 until I get a few more GLs and I can reliably put like a decent defense. Maybe a Ray and Pray, a Ray and Pray and a Jabba or something, and see, and some other things that just like are smartly stretch the roster and then bring a strong enough offense to reliably get through them. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna be streaming my all my GACs in the future. So yeah. So if, yeah, Rays. I still have I still have to get Ben. So I get him not this conquest but the next conquest. But I've been using I've been using her on offense just because I don't have Ben. And I don't want to place her on defense because she's an easy. Without Ben, she's just Even with Ben, she can be countered by Star Killer if you don't have the right data crowns. And I do. I have the defense percentage with added defense, and I think she could get some decent holds. But without Ben, I just she's not gonna hold. Ray or Star Killer will just like go in, knock her down into damage immunity. She would take a turn and then he would kill her. So I'm not gonna waste her like that. So because it's just a gimme without that Ben. So and that's just where I'm at. But she's super solid. I do want to look at your GL mods so I can get knocked back by how awesome they are. Excellent speed. Excellent speed on this. R5, 150,000. I'm assuming all protection, right? Protection, protection, protection. Yeah. Excellent job, dude. Excellent job. You're doing everything right. What does this JML kill for you? Or better yet, what doesn't this JML kill for you? Because this thing is a fine-tuned machine. Do you yeah, JML is. I'm so excited to unlock him because I'm going for Jabba right now. I should have Jabba in a month or two, and then JML will be like 3 weeks later, and I'll start farming for JML tickets. And I'm getting. He's gonna be my first, or I guess my third R9. Okay, yeah, Cal Kestis. Yeah, I don't have Cal Kestis just because I'm farming all my GLs. But I see a lot of people splitting up Jedi Knight Cal Kestis because with like garbage Sith or garbage Jedi, Cal Kestis can pretty much clear like the best Malgus teams. So yeah, with just like a Bastila lead with her Zeta, and you can like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis will carry that fight for you. But I know him and JML have been like pretty much like linchpins for clearing Leia. I know in threes you don't need it because you can use like SOK or Malgus, and that's most reliable. But in fives, I did see that Jedi Master Luke was the reliable counter for that. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad he's offensively. I think he's the best. He's amazing. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get him, especially for Conquest too, because that's going to give a lot of flexibility for just finishing fleet. All right, yeah, solid. Tons of speed, tons of health. Are you excited for Bane? I'm personally excited for Bane. I love Darth Bane. I love the books. I wish they would have gone with the canon Bane before he got like all shelled up, you know. But I'll take what I can get. I think his like I don't know samurai looks pretty cool. All right, SOKR. You go with the offense one. Tons of health, decent speed, good damage. Yeah, solid. I like a fast SOKR personally, but each person, each to their own. JMK, solid damage, solid speed. He's gonna do what you need him to do. Jabba. How do you mod your Jabba? A tenacity? Yeah, I was thinking about throwing tenacity on him. Yeah, I saw the feats. So I don't go for the red box. I go for gold. For one, I just don't have like your account can easily go for gold. You just have to like do the refreshes right, and then because you have all the things, but I don't have all the things. So but I can reliably get gold, and then I buy the pass. So I usually get it within 5 months of which is like 2 months, which isn't a big deal to me. So I'll get Bane on my 5 months from his release, or 5 months from when it was. So 2 months slower than the average person or the people who red box, but it's still good. Solid tenacity. I know getting debuffs on him is the key for those Mon Mothma cleanups or whatever else. So yeah, this is a solid Jabba doing the dance. Cool. Cool account. Ray, health and offense, right? Health and offense, tons of health. Yeah, really good damage. Decent speed. Yeah, you have excellent mods, dude. Excellent account. So all around, great job. Here. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm clapping for you. Golf clap. Excellent account. Thanks for letting me look at it. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I am curious about your gas. Did you go for the full protection, or do you go with like speed crit damage? Speed, protection. Huh? Protection. I get it. Sometimes we're on the struggle bus for things. Yeah, red is just I don't even if I could get it, I don't know if I would even want to put in the time and the effort into unlocking it because it's just like it's so ridiculous, right? The time that they're requiring in like 40 battles multiple times and not being able to double dip on events or on feats, it just like it makes it such a slog that I just think going for 6 spot is just the gold box is just like so much better. I don't see the need of even going for red box unless I know some guilds are like you need a red box, we need whatever right away. But yeah, excellent mods. I'm assuming you just go for 6 spots in or box 6 gold box and then you just like farm all your mods or your datacrons. Do you just do the 3 refreshes a day and then that's what this will give you, or do you do other things like use your shard shop currency and your ally points to get some more stuff to get this many datacrons? Yeah, I know everyone's like coming out of the woodworks for Bane because he's such a great character. He's such a great character, and lore wise, he's just like he's one of my favorite things. And like that book was 6 refreshes a day. Wow, good for you. So with Bane, like I loved it's my favorite book trilogy, Star Wars book trilogy series, the Rule of Two books. Excellent, excellent books. I don't know if you like reading, but I would highly recommend them. I think they decanonized them apparently, but excellent series. I think it's super interesting, really fun. Yeah, excellent, excellent Datacrons. I'm sure this gives you a good advantage. Maybe your opponents have like more where you are, but you know, solid, solid effort, dude. What can I say? What can I say? Did you get the right ones? I was pretty upset. I couldn't get this one. The turn meter bonus for Hucker Tails. I'm gonna have to get in the next two conquest for my Jabba, just because I kept trying to refresh and it wouldn't hit for me. So I do need to farm one of those just for when I get Jabba. That's it. Do you have Afra? I don't think I saw it. Yeah, no Afra. Okay. Yeah, so I guess no need for you to get the Africon then. Yeah, excellent account, dude. It's fun. Fun account. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. She's not necessary. And she only like performed super well with that card. She's good. But she's just like a only good in GAC. So, I am a little hesitant on like farming characters that are only good in GAC. So, you know, I totally understand why you would want, you know, just get her when you get her. So, solid, solid account, dude. Solid planning, solid like solid everything. So, thanks for having me look. Yeah, if anyone else is interested in a roster review, let me know. Post your ally code. Otherwise, I think that'll do it for the stream because yeah, I finished my GAC. Yeah, thanks for letting me look at your account, Liam. I really enjoyed it. I'll just like quickly go over what happened. So this round I've been 7-0 so far this season. So my opponent Sky LeBeau, French guy. He has 9.5 million GP, 5.5 on ground, 4 million in ships. So whoops. So yeah, 5 GLs, all the major ships. Myself, just go over quickly what I'm working here. I guarantee you it's nowhere near as impressive. So I have 7.5 million, 4 million in ground, 3.5 in ships. I have 2 GLs, SOKR and Ray. Um, and then I have some of the ships. So I have Leviathan, Executor, then, you know, all the other not as impressive ships. All right, and then quick synopsis of what happened. I was able to full clear my opponent. And he put a very weak defense, so he only had 2 GLs, Ray and C. I was able to one shot Ray with Star Killer, and then one solo SLKR kill his C, and then the rest was like absolute garbage, and I just cleared one shotting with absolutely no issues. Where he did give me a little bit of trouble was his ships. So, yep, just a standard. He had good mods too, but I just had the counters. It wasn't really very difficult here. And then on his ships, he had a 6-star Leviathan and a 7-star Executor. I went the Finalizer to one shot his Executor, and then Chimera without Scythe to I was able to like just enough just to just inched out the alt. I killed the bomber and the Sith assassin. So and then I went and cleaned it up with Radis, Negotiator Malevolence. So yeah, no issues here. Easy day, easy battles. So it was tons of fun. It was a good GAC. Let's see how he does. I put an absolute garbage defense. But I have my Executor and Leviathan on defense, and I don't think he has anything to take him out, or maybe he does, and then it'll be on efficiency. So we'll see when I stream my GAC next time. I'll go over how my opponent did, and then let you guys know. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I do have my YouTube linked in my description. Also, I do roster reviews on my YouTube. You can private message me, and then I'll post on your account or post a video with that account. And then I do stream on Twitch my GAX on live. I don't have a set of time just because I'm in Japan and I work full time. I'm in the military, the U.S. military, and I have a family and everything. So I try to do it reliably, but I just haven't, since I'm just starting, I haven't found a reliable time yet to post my schedule. So I'll try to do my best, but I do post everything I do in my YouTube. So if you like and subscribe, or if you subscribe over there, I'll post all my content there. So thanks for watching. It's been tons of fun, and I hope to see you guys soon. All right, you guys take care. All right.